Oddly enough, Chris Long, I am from East St. Louis, Illinois. So I've been a Chris Long fan for a long time, bro.
That was Terron on that track with Mexican OT on Madden, bro?
It's me. It's me. I got 5 songs on there, actually.
This is a great shot.
Do you know who my man is?
No.
It's Vince Lombardi.
Wow.
I've been in cold weather. I've been in below zero. This was an inhumane atmosphere.
This is where we're going to be right here for the first one.
Yeah, it's 15 and a half inches. On the money.
It's 15 and a half inches.
I cried after the game. It was my last game of my career. I'm in the locker room. You insensitive you said it's one of my favorite games ever. Welcome to the Green Light Podcast presented by BetMGM. If you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, use bonus code GREENLIGHT and you'll get up to a $1,500 first bet offer on your first wager with BetMGM. Here's how it works. Download the BetMGM app and sign up using bonus code GREENLIGHT. Deposit at least $10 and place your first wager on any game. If that bet loses, you will receive up to $1,500 in bonus bets. Just make sure you use bonus code GREENLIGHT when you sign up. All right, we got a jam-packed show for you. We're trying to get into football shape. That's what we're doing. Trying to get in football shape. It's that time of the year. Got all the boys in studio today. We got Nate, Macon, Nolan's on Zoom, Tanner, Cowboy Reader here, and we had a lot of fun. But the best part of this show is the interview today. Terron Armstead, recently retired, standout tackle, Pro Bowl tackle, 5 times Pro Bowl, New Orleans Saints, Miami Dolphins. And I got to tell you, when these interviews come across my desk, I'm usually excited to talk to a player because they're usually a lot of fun. You never know what you have in common with guys. But there were a couple moments in this interview where I was like, man, this is the fucking best interview we've had all summer, dude. This guy, Terron Armstead, I was a fan of him before. I'm an even bigger fan after interviewing him. I didn't even know he's from St. Louis, East St. Louis. Wait till you get to that part in the pod. Guy I played against, guy I respect a lot, recently retired. There's a lot that he can say now that he didn't say when he was a player, and we had a great conversation. So we moved that thing up to the front of the pod. Enjoy that one. And on the back half, we're going to talk about Christian Wilkins. We're going to talk about some viral videos from training camp, some injury updates, have a little fun, get you out of here. How does that sound? But Terron Armstead is first. I'm telling you, this interview was a lot of fun for us to do. Enjoy. All right, so now we've got newly retired, 5-time Pro Bowler, one of the great offensive tackles of our generation, Terron Armstead, joining the show. He's got one of his Pro Bowl jerseys behind him. Dude's got his accolades, and now he's newly retired, bro. I just wanted to say this. Ton of respect for you. You were a great player, and it was also a lot of fun to watch you go out on your terms a little bit. Like, you were still playing really well towards the end, and I know there were some injuries and that sort of thing, but, man, a lot of respect and congratulations on the next chapter starting.
I appreciate it, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely was important to me to try to play well. My film to look a certain way. I never wanted to be out there getting my ass whooped or where to be like, hey, this guy needs to hang it up. Like, nope. When I'm out there, we getting it.
Dude, and you did, and the funniest thing you said was, and everybody probably comes up to you now, I almost put my Zoom, or we're on Riverside, not Zoom, but I almost put my name in here as Jared Verse just to fuck with you.
Oh, my God.
When you said that, everybody kind of has that game or that player that they're like, damn, bro, like, it's their turn. Like, sure. It's definitely, like, I'm still good, but, like, this next generation's serious. Like, was that was the game for you, huh?
Yeah, he was. I've had a few throughout the last maybe 3 years of guys that's just like young, strong, fast, twitchy, and it's just like the evolution of the athlete to where I'm like, yeah, I'm not going. Micah was first. Micah was the first one that when first time I played Micah, just seeing him run was like, this is different, like alien. And I've seen great players. I've seen explosive players. Micah's, for his size and the way that he moves, he's a blur. So he was the first one for me to be like, the evolution of the athlete is just like, I'm about to get out these boys' way for real. Like I gotta get out their way.
I think for me it was hitting Quentin Nelson on a pole.
I can see that. No, I can see that. It's the same thing though. Same thing for you. I'm sure you see some O-linemen that were like just no fat, 6'6", 350, just, you know what I mean? It's the evolution of the athlete. I'm cool on all that, Chris.
Who was because you were talking about Jared's bull rush, and that's obviously the thing that, like that's his fastball.
Yeah.
Like how some guys' fastball is going to be speed or whatever, but like everything for him is going to come off that. Like, who in your career was the king of the bull rush? Like, who are some guys that you were like, damn, dude, that they really do pack a punch, like maybe more than I saw on film?
Everson Griffin, we had a lot of one-on-ones. Everson Griffin's bull rush was serious. It was serious. I always felt like I had a really good anchor. So some people bull rush that was like on film, I see them bull rush it, then I'm able to anchor. They're pushing me back, but it's not like flushing back to the quarterback. Everson was the one that would give me a couple bull rushes. Oddly enough, Trey Hendrickson. Oddly enough, because Trey came in as a speed guy, hand swipe guy, he's developed a bull rush that is not to be played with at all. He bull rushed me in the red zone. We're playing Cincinnati in 22, my first year in Miami. Dog, it's a 3-step drop. He bull rushed me before Tua caught the ball. Like, it was so fast how fast he pushed me back to the quarterback. And it was crazy to see that because I was teammates with Trey for 4 years.
Yeah.
And that wasn't his game. So to see him grow and develop and add that to his toolbox, his bull rush is serious.
Dude, I remember being playing y'all. I can't remember when, but like this young kid comes up. He's like, let me get the jersey. And he's like this little white guy, and he's like he's got my number and shit, or like he's wearing 91, I think at that point. I can't remember, but I didn't know enough about him because he came out of Florida Atlantic and he was an early pick. But my question, and I had this written down to ask you, was like, did you know, and maybe he wasn't the bull rush guy and he developed as a player, but could you see evidence that he was going to become who he became when he was young in New Orleans?
That's tough, Chris, because I can easily say yes. Like, I had the foresight, you know what I mean? But I saw talent. No question about it. I saw talent, saw a elite athlete. And you see Trey, he looked like a librarian. So you don't necessarily, look at him and see elite athlete. But when you see him move, elite athlete. He's a 4, maybe even high 4.4 guy. Honestly, like Trey can run that fast. He is. He's a 4.5, maybe even high 4.4 guy. And he came in so braggadocious. So he would win against, a backup tackle or whatever, and he's so loud about it. He'll pop his shit. So he had early success, but then me and Ramczyk, at practice we wasn't having too much of it. And he's sitting behind Cam Jordan and Marcus Davenport, so he's not really getting a chance to rush as much. But when he was in, you're gonna get his 1,000% every rep. You're going to get 1,000% from him. So when he was able to get into the lineup, break the lineup, and he was able to play, I was not surprised by his production.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things you can see the light bulb go off for him. And sometimes when you're behind two really good players like that, and especially Cam, you're just kind of an afterthought. And coincidentally, he showed up to camp this week. They might get that deal done up in Cincy. So good for him. I hope he gets a big bag because at that age, you need all of it you can get. You don't know when the next one's coming. So, but the other one was you mentioned Cam Jordan. And I was going to ask you how Cam's bull rush compared to Verse because I've seen Cam run down some of these people's shit without even like an illusion of I'm going to do anything else. You know what I mean?
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. And this is the unique thing about verse Bull Rush and why I was giving him praise is you see Cam Jordan, you see that like Cam is 6'5", 290.
Yeah.
You can see that from Cam. You see him being a big physical man, and he's pushing people back. But the way when I was studying Jared Verse before I played the Rams, the amount of people that was the back of their jersey is dirty. Like he's running people over, bro, at a way more frequent rate than I really have ever seen. For
Yeah.
real. So I
Yeah.
was excited to play him, and when he the first pass of the game, he hit me with a bull rush, and I started laughing. I'm like, damn, that's crazy.
It's legit, huh?
It's crazy. Like
Yeah.
he really got like
Yeah.
I don't know. It don't hurt. You don't feel nothing. It's just like you're moving backwards. It's pretty
Well,
cool.
you just hurt my feelings a little bit because I didn't realize Trey ran a 4.5, and it reminded me of the fact that you ran a faster 40 than me at the combine. You ran a 4.71. I read that last night doing my little research, and I said, "What the fuck?"
What you run?
I don't even want to tell you, T.
Come on, man.
4.77.
Hey, me and Lane got you. Me and Lane got
Oh, well, Lane's a freak show, dude.
you. Facts.
He's a total freak show. Were you the same year as Lane?
Same class. I ran 4.71. He ran 4.72. Same
You
day.
motherfuckers, dude. You guys, the evolution of the position. What'd you say?
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Yeah, Lane's a beast, man. You know, this whole protector of the year thing, it feels like there's a couple names that are like the shoe-ins to be in that discussion. I would put
Yeah.
Lane up there, Sewell, Mailata. I'm sure I'm forgetting some people. Who do you think doesn't get enough credit as being an elite tackle in today's game?
It's a lot, man. I love the position that the position is in. So I
Yeah.
feel like it's well represented. Still got Trent. You know what I mean? He's
Yeah,
in
Trent, obviously. Yeah.
Trent is in year 36. He's still at the top of that list. Laremy Tunsil, I don't feel like he's ever got the notoriety that he has earned, really.
Yeah.
Maybe because they haven't won much down in Houston when he was there for so many years. And he's been to some Pro Bowls, but the dude has put together some All-Pro campaigns. Deion Dawkins, he's one of the biggest advocates of Protector of the Year, and he's been stellar. He can be Rashawn Slater just signed the biggest deal in OLine history. He'll be another name on that list. So it's loaded, man. It's loaded. Ronnie Stanley going back to form. Andrew Thomas getting back healthy in New York. It's loaded. It's loaded.
Yeah.
I love it. It's the issue. My issue is I don't want it to just be a automatic tackle award. You know what I mean? There's some great guards, great centers in the game as well. So we got to find a way to kind of open that bag up a little more.
That's a very good point. I didn't even think about it that way. I mean, like, yeah, it kind of, the first thing people think of is the guys that get paid the most and the tackles, but some damn good guards. Okay, so I didn't even mean to get into the bull rushing off the top with you. It's just we get in here, we start talking pass rush and pass protection. I wanted to talk to you about how you feel now in August for the first time, because I remember this feeling when I got out of the game. You got that dark cloud that hangs over you like in July when everybody's like hanging out, having a good time. You're like, I got to go to fucking work. And you know what that means.
Right.
And for the longest time, I didn't really enjoy my summers late in the summer, but now like you're getting to feel what August is about. What's it about, man? Are you enjoying kind of sitting there and watching the guys on NFL Network and not being out there in the heat?
I'm so at peace, so happy. Chris, my birthday is July 23rd.
Happy belated.
Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. It's always right at that cusp of reporting day. So that dark cloud that you spoke of, like there's no celebrating, there's no trip, there's no. I'm about to go to training camp. I'm about to go through the worst month of my life.
Yeah.
You know, so this year for my birthday, I didn't do anything, didn't do shit, but it was great.
Yeah.
I didn't have to report. I didn't have to do a conditioning test. It was great. Oddly enough, I'll be at the Dolphins training camp tomorrow.
You're gonna go.
I'll be out there tomorrow for 2 days, stopping in with them guys, doing a little consulting with the Dolphins, working with some of the younger guys. So,
Oh, nice.
be out there for a couple days, man. Then I'm out.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah. Just checking on you boys, man.
That's it. That's it.
Y'all be easy, dude. I'll see you at the opener. Well, that's great, man. And the funniest thing is, like, one of the things I picked up doing since I stopped playing was, I mean, I used to play a lot of video games, but the last couple of years I've been playing Madden a lot. And I'll sit up there in my little man cave at night and, you know, I'm a little bit stoned and I'm playing Madden and I've been listening to this song with Mexican OT.
Yeah.
And this other guy.
Yeah.
And this other guy, he's got some skills, man. And I'm like, who is this guy? And then I'm doing the research for this show, and I'm like, that was Terron on that track with Mexican OT on Madden, bro?
It's me. I got 5 songs on there, actually. 5.
5? I got to go. I'm going home and playing Madden 24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did that deal with Interscope. Me, Melvin Ingram, Darren Waller, Ray McLeod, DJ Chart. So I had 5 songs on there. I think those guys, everybody else had like 3 or 4. We collabed with Interscope. It was, man, for me, I grew up playing Madden. Like that's how I learned football. I learned like the terminology of football, how to see coverages and everything. Like Madden is a real educator. I want people to know that. So to be able to do that after putting out music independently, my music used to play in a Superdome when you guys come down, when you were with Philly. You'll hear me. You just didn't know.
I didn't know it. I didn't know.
And I would be playing in the Superdome every week. And so yeah, to do that soundtrack with Interscope and Madden was a dream, truly. That's like a dream. I love music, love football, love Madden. Like it was just, man, it was amazing.
So did you grow up in Texas? You grew up in Texas, yeah?
Oddly enough, Chris Long, I am from East St. Louis, Illinois. So I've been a Chris Long fan for a long time, bro.
You're from the East Side, dude?
Yeah. So when you were in St. Louis, like I'm cheering for you, like for real.
Dude, you're the man. Hey, I used to be over there a lot of times on Saturday on
sure.
Sunday nights.
I'm sure.
Dude.
Yeah.
Not that you would know about the pink slipper bottoms up.
Come on now. Right down the street.
Yeah, right down the street, dude. Okay, so then what kind of music did you grow up listening to? Like, because I was going to say, if you grew up in Texas, you might like, you know, Texas rappers or like, what was it for you?
Nelly was the hottest shit in the world, you know.
He was.
Growing up, for sure. Was that around the time you were in St. Louis when Nelly was like...
No, bro, this is going to make you... I mean, I distinctly remember when Country Grammar came out, and that album was awesome. I can't remember the name of the album, but I think I was 13, 14 years old. It was a Country Grammar.
Wow.
And so I was playing AAU baseball on the bus with, like, I think I had a CD in, like, a Discman, dude. So...
Ooh, that's... Yeah.
So, yeah. That's awesome, man. So now who do you like? Like, who are some of the artists that you kind of gravitate towards?
I'm a huge fan of Future. Future fan, huge Wayne fan. Those probably like my 2 guys. Their catalog, they can't do no wrong. A lot of the younger talent too, like my kids listen to a lot of the music that I get into. But I'm a fan of guys that I know personally. I've seen them work and like have become fans of the way that they craft their music. JID, Skilla Baby, Rob 49. Derek Milano, like I've been in the studio with them guys. I see how much goes into it and like how serious they are about their craft. So, man, fans for sure, big fan.
Well, dude, you're like I was starting to add it up. You're like one of the 5 rappers that we've had on this show. We had Ice Cube. We had who else did we have? We had Freddie Gibbs. I'm a huge Freddie Gibbs fan.
No, that's hard.
So if you know, like if you listen to new Freddie Gibbs with Alchemist, like that's the production that I like. I grew up on like New York rap, so I like a lot of samples and all that shit, but I love Freddie Gibbs. Who else do we have on here? Oh, Maxo Cream. Do you ever meet Maxo? Because he's got some tracks with Mexican OT.
I haven't met Maxo.
Okay. Well, dude, you probably used to hang out with Wayne a little bit in New Orleans. I know he's a Packers fan.
Seen him quite a few times. Yeah, quite a few times.
Seemed like a cool guy.
It's crazy you said Ice Cube first. So that's you could have left it there.
Cube's the man, dude. He was a great guest too.
I bet.
All the rappers are, man, dude. But we gotta talk some football, man. We gotta talk, or people are gonna be like, "What is this?" So I want to talk about New Orleans first because, if you break your career into chapters, that's the longer one, right? And
For sure.
you guys just had such a great program there. You had such a great offensive line. You mentioned Ramczyk. You had a way of doing things, and we've had Sean on the show before, and the funny story about Sean is like he came on. I was like, "How much time you got?" He's like, "Oh, I got some time. I'm driving across Louisiana. I'll just we'll go for a while." 2 hours. I talked to Sean.
No way.
Are his team meetings a little lengthy?
I love that dude, bro.
Yeah.
His team meeting, bro. Sean Payton team meetings, 90 seconds.
What do you think the key to the culture was there? If you had to describe like what the Saints were about
Yeah.
in Sean's heyday there, which you were a part of, what do you think?
It started with him. It did. It started with Sean and his demand every day.
Yeah.
It was hard. It was tough. He's a Bill Parcells guy. So Sean Payton, Bill Belichick. Those are two, like, I know they have a lot of commonality.
Yeah.
But he's his demand every day for you to get up for the day. Like, you have to prove this shit every day. Like, so that standard, I think having that as the floor, and then them being very particular about who they brought into the building. So he would say this shit all the time, the right 53. Like, I'm not looking for the most talented 53, the fastest 53, looking for the right 53. So character guys, people that's focused on the right things. And man, for a while we had that. We did. We really feel like we had the right culture, the right locker room. We enjoyed being around each other, on and off the field. We wanted to win for each other. It truly does suck that we didn't get a chance to compete for a Super Bowl. 2017, 2018, those 2 seasons, the Minnesota Miracle in 17, and then the no pass interference call in 2018. I think that's the best team to not win a Super Bowl, or and at least the Saints era for sure.
Yeah.
Man, it was great, man. It was great, but it came down to that, like the character of guys that was in the room, in the locker room, in the building, and just holding each other to that standard every day. And not to mention Drew Brees, like he was the standard. His preparation and how he went about his business. Like, you see this man, you have to go full throttle.
Yeah, the one thing that struck me about y'all's teams is they were always physical and they had a little edge. And but while being able to do the finesse stuff. Right? Like when you think about the Saints, you think about Drew Brees, you think about a bunch of points, you think about like all that stuff. But y'all could still always run the ball. You were physical, your defense was physical. Like it felt like everybody was pretty like-minded. And then I wouldn't have brought this up except you said you're from East St. Louis. You remember James Laurinaitis.
Oh, for sure.
When he came there for a year. And James called me. He's like, "Man, this training camp is a motherfucker, dude."
Oh, it's crazy. It's different. It's different, bro. Took years off my football life.
Yeah.
The heat alone, like, and James, he was in St. Louis for a long time, so it's a lot of humidity back home.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, it's hot there, right? Yeah.
And I just did the last 3 training camps in Miami. It's humid down here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the moisture is coming from the ocean. So you get some wind, you get, you know what I mean, some quality water.
Yeah.
The moisture in New Orleans is coming from the swamp.
Yes.
It's no wind. It's no it's thick. It's so hot. New Orleans is the hottest place in the world. That's Egypt, Dubai included. It don't matter it's the hottest place in the world.
Is this a feeling you get or is this a fact?
No, it's ChatGPT.
That's so good.
No,
I'll
bro.
take your word for it, bro. I'm not even gonna Google it.
Dog, the training camp was so hot down there, and then not to mention Sean being how he was, full pads every day. Like, let's get it. Let's go get it. We're tackling to the ground. We're competing. If defense do better than the offense got to run sprints after practice. If it's vice versa. So every day, Chris, I'll give you a little insight backstory. We It's my first or second year, and we are in full pads. I lie to you not, probably 7 days in a row. And the CBA says that every 4 days, every 3 days, every 3 days or 4 days, you have to get a day off. Players get a day off. And so some of the leaders on the team, Drew Brees, Ben Watson, Marcus Colston, Cam Jordan, they push back. Hey, you know what I mean? Like we didn't already did day 4 or 5. We were supposed to get a day off. Supposedly the NFLPA calls down to New Orleans, and Sean gets the call, calls a team meeting, went off, snapped. Like y'all want to have the NFLPA. And I was gonna take care of you. Pissed off that we need an off day. Like pissed, can't believe it.
Yeah.
Y'all complaining about an off day? I was gonna take care of you on the back end. That's what he said.
Hey, in 10 days, I was gonna take you to the movies. We were gonna roll the jugs machine out and make Terron catch a punt. We were gonna see a movie in 10 days. I had that plan, you motherfucker.
Listen, no lie, bro. No lie. And it wasn't a punishment though. Like Sean, he really loved the work. He loved to like really go after it, see who want to compete, see who want to be out here. And that was him.
Well, I feel like that's where Dan got a lot of his Campbell got a lot of his shtick. You know, like I mean, he's a different guy. Like they're all different guys, but I feel like his time with Sean definitely like bled into the way they work in camp and that sort of thing. Like I do think there's like a happy medium. If you could find the happy medium between today's camp and like 2 CBAs ago, like we don't need 2-a-days.
Right.
But we got to put our hands on people, you know, like and I do think line play is diminished a little bit because of that. Do you get that sense that like some of the younger offensive linemen come in the league and the college game is different now, so they're not running pro systems. Then they get in the league and they're not practicing as long. Do you think is it a little steeper for young players, or am I imagining that?
No, I'm on board with you 1,000%. I think that especially in the trenches, like that's our game is built on reps. It's technique, and you have to see it. You have to see it work. You have to see your hand swipe and the timing of it. I have to see if I can land this outside hand or inside hand. Like I need reps to do it.
Yeah.
And so with Sean's training camps, I wouldn't change nothing. Like I appreciated every time he made us go out there full pads. By the time the game came and the season came around, I felt great. I felt very confident in my skill set and my technique because I repped it so many times at that point. And to your point, I think it is. I think it is kind of slowing down the development and the technique because of the lack of reps and lack of experience. It's hard to find that happy medium, like you say. You don't need 2-a-days, but you also got to get out there. You got to get out there and do it in order to, know you can do it.
And for a vet like you, or even me, like late in my career, like 10 years in, 8, 9 years in, like I certainly don't need as many reps as the young guys. So it becomes hard. It's like, hey, you got one practice. It's like the older guys, they don't need all these reps. The younger guys, they need a lot more reps. So it's hard to find that happy medium. Here was my biggest question about New Orleans. This is my favorite New Orleans theme, is the Marshawn Lattimore, Mike Evans rivalry, and what would happen around the building the week of those games. Like, would people bust Marshawn's balls, like be like, hey, bro, like Mike's coming to town, or was it like we don't talk about it and the beef is too real?
Yeah, no, with Marshawn, he's a killer, bro. Marshawn he's a dog for real. He's a man of few words.
Yeah.
So honestly, the beef or the rivalry, it's circulated from probably fandom, really. Probably more so the fan bases. Marshawn didn't have a special preparation for Mike Evans at all. It was business as usual. I feel like the beef started more so with Mike Evans to Marshawn. He didn't like him,
Yeah.
and he took a couple cheap shots at him after plays during scuffles, and then it's created like now they got a history. But as far as Marshawn, he always felt like his matchup, his guy was Julio in
Yeah.
the NFC South. He felt like Julio Jones was the one that like, you know, kept him up a little later
Yep.
preparing.
Yep.
Mike and Mike Evans is incredible for sure.
Yeah.
But like I say, that I think that rivalry became bigger because of fandom and then the scuffles outside of actually playing football.
Well, us at home, we're just waiting. We're like, when is it going to happen? When is Marshawn going to drag Mike over the bench and like fling him, or when is somebody going to like? It felt like sometimes Mike would get through a crowd of 20 people faster than I ever saw, like to get to Marshawn and vice versa. Like there was it was just so on site, dude. It was so on site, and maybe from a football
that now, though. It is that now. It's to that point now.
Yeah, which is unfortunate. It's the way it goes, but yeah, you hate to. You don't have any on sites, or did you have any rivalries like this?
No, I didn't really have no smoke with nobody for real, bro. Only thing with me is, and you guys didn't know it. You didn't know it, is D-line. Like if you beat me, I'm coming at your neck. Like I need my lick back.
You need to get it back.
Yeah, I wouldn't say nothing, but like I need to play towards I dogged him.
You need to finish somebody somewhere, or
sure.
get somebody by a pile. Yeah, I understand, but that's lineman shit. I respect that. That's totally normal. That's totally normal.
No ill intent at all. But if you cook me, I got to pancake you in a run game. I got to knock your hands down, jump on your back. Like I need to do something to make me feel good again.
Well, you and I were always on separate sides. Like I might come over for a second or two, and I'd hate every minute of it because I felt left-handed over there. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Like I don't know if for you, like if they put you at right tackle, you'd feel funny.
I would be the worst right tackle in NFL history.
Right? Like guys have sides
for sure. Be the worst to ever play the game.
Yeah. I don't know about all that. You're being humble, but like, you really,
terrible.
People don't realize that. It's like we have preferences.
Yeah. In Philly, you moved around more. I remember we probably had 2 or 3 reps against each other. Playoff game, we played you guys. You, Michael Bennett.
Yep, we had Mike, me, Fletch.
Cheating.
Well,
cheating.
No, here's what happened. Y'all beat us 47-7. We played like shit. We came down there, got beat by 40. We were terrible. And then we came back in the playoffs, and we were like neck and neck. That was a great game. And it was the game before y'all got robbed, before you got robbed, personally too, which we got to talk about that backstory because I just found that out. But like y'all, I hate saying we had y'all, but we were ahead.
Yeah.
And then y'all ran y'all went for it on 4th down, fake punt, and then you went for it in the low red. And it was just Sean's big balls, bro. He was just like, and we couldn't overcome it, bro. It was a great game, though. It was a great game.
Well, that's probably my favorite playoff game of my career.
Really?
That was it was just a great favorite football game. Like,
I cried after the game. It was my last game of my career. I'm in the locker room. You insensitive motherfucker. You said it's one of my favorite games ever.
Oh,
that's funny.
That's my fault. That's my fault.
No, you're good. I don't care. Next week, they robbed you guys. What was the reaction in the locker room like when – because that was fucked up. I mean, that was as bad a call. They had pictures of that blown call on the Senate floor or something. They took it to the government had their hands in this, getting this thing right.
Yeah, no, look, bro, I got chills. And anytime I talk about this, and I don't much because I don't think I will ever truly heal from it because of what could have been. And just you think about Brady Breeze Super Bowl, just boom, that alone, that could have been. Belichick, Sean Payton, boom. It was so many storylines that could have happened. Everyone's life would have been different.
I think you ought to beat New England. You don't have to say that. I'll say that though.
Yeah, no, I feel like we would have beat the shit out of them. No lie, and that's I really do. I really feel that way. It just it was heartbreaking, bro. It still is. Like I say, Chris, I don't think I will ever fully get over that situation because you make the call, we take 3 knees, kick the field goal, game's over, and we go to the Super Bowl, and to not have that opportunity after so many great teams and bro, heartbreak. That was the first time. Like Sean Payton was a guy that he was never up or down. He didn't flinch. He was always let's get on to the next type of coach. And that team meeting, that exit meeting, was different, bro. It was like a funeral. He couldn't talk. He couldn't hold it. He couldn't put words together. No energy. Nobody exchanged jerseys. We didn't sign jerseys. We didn't take pictures. We didn't. So that 2018 team is like no memorabilia, no hugs and handshakes, high fives. It just is gone.
It's sad because I mean, and obviously like it still bugs you, but like you can take it losing a game, but to me that just was the clearest example in recent memory of a call just being plainly wrong and everybody knowing it and the stakes being the highest. So, you know, I definitely feel for you on that one, man. It's tough. I mean, I think that's also the thing people don't realize is like this shit stays with us. Like whatever it is for you, whatever it is for me. We were talking about Mark Andrews today on the pod. Mm-hmm. And I was saying that play last year, not to compare that play to any feeling that came out of that or anything, but like that, he'll think about that every day.
For sure.
And it's just like that's the flip side of the coin of putting the pads on and going to play is like your life can change forever. You might look back at something the rest of your life with regret. And in your case, it's like a what the fuck feeling.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. And the craziest part about it is we always say like it's never one play until it is one play. It come down to that one play.
Yeah.
And for Mark Andrews, like you said, that will live with him forever until he climbs the mountain and gets a ring. But that's so hard to do, even with the greatest team as they have right now. Baltimore Ravens are loaded, in my opinion. I think I would even call them the favorite, in my opinion. Until they hoist the trophy and put them rings on, that play will haunt Mark Andrews.
So this is a good segue into, I didn't even think about going over what we think right now in the AFC, but like that's a tough place to do business, man, in this generation of football because there's so many great quarterbacks. Ravens, you said it, probably like from a talent standpoint on paper, maybe the best team in the league. They haven't quite been able to get over the hump in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I looked at y'all in Miami, and I felt like, and I'm just going to be straight up, because I got a lot of respect for you, and you weren't the one that I was looking like, oh, he's the reason they're not winning. I just felt like sometimes in the big moments, the big games, y'all didn't get over the hump, and it was confusing to me because sometimes y'all would be one of the most prolific offenses all time. You know, like say the Denver game or something like that. But then you guys might get in the playoffs or play some of those playoff teams, and it seemed like it was hard to get over the hump.
Yeah.
Why do you think that was?
Honestly, bro, some of it still was a mystery to me. Honestly, sometimes I couldn't really understand why we would struggle in certain moments when we had what we had as far as weapons and scheme and you know what I mean. Football is as we both know, it's a tricky game. It's a chess game, and it's matchups and tendencies and trying to take away certain things. So even for this year, for the Dolphins, I think for them to get over that hump, Tua has to be stellar. Yes. He's going to have to be exceptional. And then it comes down to the trenches, man. It comes down to the O-line and D-line play. So those guys being able to protect him, and then the other side being able to affect the quarterback. That's what it comes down to. And I think for you guys in Philly, like the D-line was cheating. Y'all were cheating.
Well, we had a good rotation, you know.
That's insane.
Yeah.
But that's and the O-line is what it is. So even with them just winning the Super Bowl last year, it's the same formula,
That's the
same
group.
recipe.
Yeah.
I think for Baltimore, as we talk about them and how loaded their roster is, I genuinely feel like their weakest point is their pass rush, which has been the one reason why they haven't been able to eclipse the Chiefs and Buffalo to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You have to have that in order to get to the big dance.
Yeah.
I'm a big advocate of that. Like being able to affect the other team's passer.
Well, you have to do it without manufacturing. It's okay to manufacture pressures and sacks through, a little tinkering with scheme, but like at the end of the day, you got to be able to say, "Hey, my 4, we'll just play coverage." And
It's the ultimate weapon.
Yep. And I point taken on Baltimore. Like I think they got some guys that are developing, and hopefully, like you see, like an Owe take the next step. Van Noy's done a good job late there in his career, but you can't. And now you get Ravens fans. You forgot about Matabike. There's guys I'm gonna forget, but I will say this: there's some guys in Miami I really like. One of them is Jalen Phillips, and it's so unfortunate he hadn't been able to stay healthy because I think, and I told him this, I think he's one of the best young rushers in the game.
For sure.
When he's healthy.
For sure.
And this Chop Robinson kid, he's got a shot too, huh?
Different.
Yeah.
It's different. Chop's different. He has the ability to be, he has the chance to be in the tier, the Von Miller tier. And I don't say that loosely because I feel like Von Miller is the hardest person I ever had to block. I've ever had to prepare for.
Yeah.
Von Miller was.
Yeah.
So I don't say that lightly when I say Chop has that skill set and ability. Putting it all together for sure, going through the growing pains and learning and being a student of the game, all those things that has to come with being what I just mentioned, but he's different. And if Jalen Phillips and Bradley Chubb can be out there with him, it'll happen faster and it'll be scary. Those three and Zach Sealer as well.
Sealer, we can't forget Sealer.
Yeah, Zach Sealer's a monster.
Dog.
So them 4, man, they can generate that my 4 verse U5, like they can do that. And I think that would be the biggest reason that the Dolphins win those close games this year and get a chance to win the playoffs this year because of them 4 and what they're able to generate.
And Kohu got hurt, which is terrible news, right? Because they already they traded away Ramsey, although I think the Jack Jones kid's got some talent. Obviously, he's just not been able to put it together off the field sometimes. But if y'all can get that right, that would help a lot. What you've got, Minka came to town this year, so it's not all fucked up there. But I think personally, when I watch the offense, with as good as the run game is, you'd love to be able to move the pocket a little bit more, in my opinion. And I know Tua's got, he's had some injuries, and listen, that's some scary shit. Like I'm terrified for the guy. But I'd love to see a little more play extension from him. That's like kind of my thing is like when the play goes more than 3 seconds, I thought sometimes y'all might get a little bogged down. But I was so impressed watching the run game. And I feel like Mike's a great coach. I feel like Mike's a great scheme coach at the very least. I don't know what the culture is like in the building. The reason I asked you about the New Orleans culture is because I'm wondering what are some things you wished kind of you could take from New Orleans to Miami if you were there and did it again.
Yeah, I do think Mike is a great coach. I think he's just completely different than Sean.
Yeah,
but both styles can work though. I feel that way too. I feel like both styles can work. Sean and Belichick and the tough side, Dan Campbell's. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna be strict and sticklers, and you got to But you also got the like more open, player friendly, positive side of Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
Super Bowl champion, you know what I mean? So I think Mike is more under that umbrella. I'm going to give Mike some grace because he had an uphill battle when we all got to Miami in 22. Right. And early success brings expectation. So he's facing this expectation, but it's not for nothing. It should be there. You want it to be there. And Mike wants it to be there. It's not really for me to say, here, I'm retired, I'm out the way. But this is a big year, man. This is a big year for him and his regime to show that they can win those big games. That's what it comes down to. Yeah. Win those big games, win those games late in the season, win in January, win in February. Like that's what it comes down to. So it's just for us we got to sit back and watch and see if they can get it done. I believe that they can, but my belief is in add anything on the stat sheets.
Well, dude, I had to check and make sure. You played in that Kansas City playoff game, didn't you? The coldest game ever. What did it feel like?
It hurt.
Everything just hurt?
It hurt, bro.
Warm-ups had to be hell, dude.
Yeah, it was an anomaly of a day, Chris.
Yeah.
So I've been in cold weather. I've been in below zero. I played against my rookie year. We played in Philly, against Philly on the road, whatever degrees it was. It was cold. Been in plenty of cold games, snow, all that. This was an inhumane atmosphere.
That's a good word.
It should not have been no football being played, bro. I go out for my warm up, and I think I'm tough, so I'm no sleeves.
Oh, sleeves.
No sleeves. I got my head gear on. I got the scuba suit, like the sleeveless scuba suit joint on. So I'm like, yeah, man, I'm cool, man. I go out for the warm up, and when I tell you that shit is biting, like the degrees biting my arm, like it was different, bro. It was so different. It was shouldn't have played. We shouldn't have played.
Yeah.
A football game that day. It really didn't. It's not a fair assessment of what we had.
Yeah.
And went to the playoffs with. It was not. Yeah.
That was tough. It wasn't hard to watch because I'm nice and warm on the couch, but I felt for you guys, and I personally I love outdoor football and I love cold weather. But when I hear people getting their hands and feet amputated in the crowd, I'm like,
look, bro, that's
I understand. I understand. I'm coming around on that. I put up a good battle for the when it happened, I was like, hey man, fuck that. It's football. It's got to be outside. But now that you're on the show.
Bro, -30. -30.
It's too cold. It's a little too cold.
Yeah. People getting their limbs cut off after watching a football game.
Let's avoid that. But you know who? Do you remember the way L'Jarius Sneed was playing at that point?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. He was out for blood and he was not cold. Or if he was cold, he wasn't showing it, dude. He was chucking people like into the bench.
See, another thing though, our benches didn't work.
The benches didn't work.
Our benches didn't work.
That's
so it could have been
up, dude.
It could have been a completely different game if we're actually unthawing on the bench. But no, shit getting worse on the sideline.
You make an interesting case here. I'm coming around that the benches didn't work. Get these guys some benches. That's crazy. I wanted to ask you about a pass rusher that's in Minnesota now that I'm a big fan of, Van Ginkel, dude. I thought not just a pass rusher, great football player, just a football player. Like, it's kind of the same question I'm going to ask about Trey, although that I asked you about Trey. Like, did you see the kind of success he would have when he left? I mean, he was having success in Miami, but it's like this year he took that next step.
Gink is actually a 4.4. Like, not even a joke. Like, he's actually a 4.4 legitimately. He's flying.
Yeah.
But Andrew Van Ginkel is a football player. Like, if you just look up the definition, you'll see Taysom Hill and Andrew Van Ginkel.
That's good.
He is a football player, bro. He is just all about the sport. He's all about the craft. He just find ways to make plays. He finds the football finds him. An amazing guy too. Like, Gink is the ultimate teammate. He's a great person to have on your team, dog.
Yeah.
All the way around, like completely. You can trust him. You can go to war with him. But he is a football player. So anything that he does, from pick sixes to sack fumble to he might return a goddamn punt.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
There's some guys who cause a lot of havoc and they can't like finish, or they don't catch the pick, or they don't. He's the guy that just he makes the play, and I like Grenard a lot too up there.
For sure,
I think Grenard's a dog.
I love a Minnesota guy, man. They got some shit up there.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. let's talk about this year. Now that you're like an analyst, I'm not going to ask you for necessarily a Super Bowl pick, but like, who do you think are maybe some of the best teams in the league that people aren't thinking about this year? Let's put it that way. Like, who's flying under the radar that you think might have a really good year?
I think Detroit will be overshadowed because of their early exit.
Yeah.
I think Detroit will be overshadowed because of their early exit in the playoffs. I got them winning coming out of the NFC.
Okay. Does Ragnow, how much does a center leaving like that's been there a long time, how much does that really matter? I know he's a great player, obviously it matters, but like for an offensive lineman, when you hear your center retires late in the summer, like, are you like, oh shit?
Yeah, I mean, unless you really have a succession plan.
Right.
And Dan Campbell is such an offensive line guy.
Yeah.
And he's huge on the development of offensive linemen. And those guys, that unit does a great job in general. I think they'll do pretty well. Just kind of how Philly did with Jason Kelsey retiring.
Right. Yeah.
I think they'll be able to roll in that sense. I love Detroit. I think they will be able to fly under the radar and kick ass. If Aiden Hutchinson is able to get healthy, they're my favorite.
Yeah. Okay.
They're my favorite. I believe in the Commanders. I do. So
I like them.
Still challenging the NFC. Philly will be there again. That's no question. AFC side, man, I see. I like Baltimore as a favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I like Baltimore as a favorite. I don't think Buffalo will be as dominant as they have been.
They worry me because, like, it always feels like people are banged up on defense. The rookie corner, Harrison already got hurt. Like, you're going to depend on Bosa. He's had some injuries. Milano, like, I'm a big Josh fan, dude. But, like,
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like they're playing with a full deck on that side of the ball all the time.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. But to close it out, I can never, ever go against Patrick Mahomes,
Yeah.
Andy Reid.
Yeah.
So I can say every team in the league my favorite, but those guys, they get it done, man. They win big games. They play incredible situational football. The 2-minute drill when they're behind, their 4-minute drill when they have the lead. They get it done, man, and it's hard to go against that.
It's fun to watch them, like, work with whatever they got, whether it was the drops 2 years ago or this past year they had protection issues and that sort of thing. Like, they became a different team in every situation. Like, when they had Tyreek, they were one team.
Yep.
And last year it just felt like, hey, we're going to get to third and medium or short, and then good luck. Like, we're not going to do anything spectacular, but it's going to be hell to play us. And these long drives and shit, I think they could be just as good again. Yeah, to your point. And a little media, not that you need advice, but this is something I learned. If you respect the Chiefs and you just show them respect or, like, simply do what you just did, there's going to be a lot of people like, fuck you, Terron. Like, we hate the Chiefs. The refs cheat for the Chiefs, the whole thing. Like, they don't understand that us players, like, we're not necessarily – we are fans, but we look at the game through a lens of, like, who do you respect?
Yeah.
And it's hard not to respect them. You know, like, I even as much as they win, it's just hard not to respect them.
They've earned it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, for real. That's all it is. It's nothing that's given. They've earned it. It's kind of how the Patriots and their run and dynasty, the Chiefs they're doing that. To your point, they're like it's like a chameleon style team that they adapt to whatever they need to win. Like, we saw Brady go for 40 points, but we also saw them win games 3-0. Yeah. And I think Kansas City is showing that flexibility and just winning that game. You can't bet against them. They've earned their respect.
No question. Okay, so Terron's got a football YouTube show for people on YouTube. You need to go right there and subscribe. It's called The Set. How many episodes in are you in? How many guests have you had?
So we just had our first official episode under the name The Set, and that was Rashawn Slater the day after he signed the richest deal in NFL history.
Yeah.
But just before that, and the Terron Armstead show, that's what we want to call it. I had Jonnu Smith the day that he was traded from the Dolphins to Pittsburgh Steelers.
I like him.
Love him, for sure. I did a live stream myself, and then I was hosting Nightcap, so I was rolling with some guests
That was awesome.
throughout that. And I had Marcus Williams on my show as well.
Yep.
He's a free agent right now, oddly enough, after being highly productive for the last 9 years. Haven't been able to find a home yet, but it's coming.
And when you're 10 years in, it's nice to maybe miss a little camp. After we got done talking about all this, we need the work. Hey,
He's a safety.
yeah, he just chill at home. Well, so the last thing I'll ask you is, what are the plans outside of this? So you got interested in being on TV or like anything like that, or are you kind of just starting with the YouTube and seeing what happens?
Yeah, man, I'm trying to go do this YouTube thing, full investment, man. Really give my best shot at it. I have a collaboration with PFF, with Pro Football Focus.
That's
where
great.
we'll be highlighting on every Monday this season. We'll be highlighting key matchups, key O-line, D-line matchups, key one-on-one battles. Who's the top performing on the line, O-line, D-line. So I'll do that on Mondays. On Thursdays, it'll be my lifestyle podcast where I have a guest come on and we'll talk football, we'll talk life. And man, just want to be me in that space, be organic, be free, be open, allow people to share as much as they want, ask some of the tougher questions as well. But yeah, no, that's what I plan to do. I would love to do some in-studio analyst work too. Good Morning Football was incredible. My time on there
You did
hosting
that.
Yeah, I hosted there for a week, 3 or 4 days, and that was great. So open for that for sure. But we'll see,
awesome.
man. Having fun.
That's awesome. Well, you're an easy guest, bro. So that bodes well for you, man. I think you're gonna take off, dude. And,
I appreciate you, brother.
And please come back. Don't forget about the little people. Come back, bro.
Hey, look, anytime, man. You let me know.
East St. Louis, dude. I didn't know.
Yeah, hey, let's meet up at Bottoms Up
Let's go, dude.
or Pink Slip.
Let's go. Hell yeah, yeah. That's great. We'll bring the whole Rams D line because that's who was in there every day.
Hey, come on.
All right, bro. Well, congrats on everything and enjoy retirement and the next chapter. One more time for people, The Set on YouTube. Go subscribe, all that stuff right now.
Appreciate you, brother.
Meg, what was your favorite part of that interview?
Middle third.
Yep.
Terron was great.
He was.
You did a nice job,
Thank
too.
you. We got a football game tonight, guys.
Got a football game.
Dude, what do you mean? Hey, dude, I'm going to admit something. It's a good time to admit something.
Uh-oh.
I didn't know there was a football game tonight.
Dang. So you didn't...
Let's act like we're watching this game. Hall of Fame game.
Trey Lance.
It's July.
Hooker. Trey Lance and Hooker.
Dang.
Just act like it's not a gambling trap. Like that's all this is.
You didn't make your contract for your significant other?
What do you mean?
That the season
That
starts
the season
today.
started and I can watch football?
It starts today, and this is, like in the words of Tony Soprano, this is our busy season until February.
This is our busy season.
Like, is it not?
Meg knows that. Meg knows that. Meg knows that.
But you got to get it in writing so you know that she knows.
It is in writing. Every time we cash a check.
Because if you forgot that the season started tonight,
Yeah.
then how do you expect other people to know?
Yeah, you're right. No, well, that's why we're taking the time to remind people that there is football tonight. So y'all go ahead and get on that. Y'all watch that Hall of Fame game between the
Lions and the Chargers.
See, I'm healthy. That's what you get at this podcast. You get more. The host of this podcast is healthy. I'm healthy. I've set up
Interests.
what's the word? Boundaries in my life.
Prescription drugs.
Like I don't have to. Yeah, I don't have to watch the Hall of Fame game.
Well, let's knock those boundaries down. The Lions are favored by 1.5.
Okay.
Totals 33.5.
Okay.
Either of those lines.
Chargers.
Who are the quarterbacks playing? You said Hooker,
Hendon Hooker and Trey Lance.
Hooker and Lance.
Hooker and Lance.
Maybe a little Kyle Allen.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be low scoring.
Nah. Explosion.
You think?
Yep.
I think people are afraid to. Now I don't know what past totals have been in. Forgive the people who don't gamble. You know, or forgive me to the people that don't gamble who are listening and watching this show. That's a personal preference. It's a personal choice, you know? If I smoke a cigarette on the podcast, that doesn't mean you got to go buy a pack of Newports. Like, you know, exercise your individual rights. We will talk about gambling some. It is the fall. But I think that total, I don't know if that total is so low that people will be afraid to bet the under. That's kind of, or is that customarily the total?
Buddy boy, last year's Hall of Fame game,
28 or
21-17, and called in the third quarter.
But what was the total?
Total was 31.5.
Low totals.
You got some videos?
Yeah, this is from 2 weeks ago, but we've
Was
got
one
a
of the Nelk
good-looking
boys?
Giants quarterback. Yeah. Jaxson Dart on what looks like to be a yacht in Lake Powell or Lake Mead, Arizona, and he rips it.
My quarterback's prettier than yours, Reed.
That's just,
Can't complete a pass on the lake.
yeah.
Hey, but fucking
Can't
Reed's quarterback
can't-
looks 31, bro.
This doesn't concern you?
No, he's behind the jet ski. Everybody's like, oh, this is awesome. He's behind the
No,
jet
that's
ski.
what I'm saying. He can't complete a pass with no pressure, no line, nothing. That doesn't concern you a little bit, Macon?
This is New York Football Giants content involving a boat of sorts, which means that
Bad news.
the Bogazi curse is now over.
Why?
The Odell boat picture was taken. The Giants then lost to the Packers 38-13 or some such. And since then, they are 40-91-1. That's 40 wins, 91 losses, and a tie. Now that we have a new boat clip to look at, consume, it's over.
Do you think, we're turning
That's
the
how
page
curses,
with this
that's,
boat?
that's how
with-
curses work?
G-Men fully back.
This
And
boat
it's a dime. The jet ski driver speeds up. And comment stolen from reddit.com. Cool, but why is Nelson Aguilar on the jet ski? Sorry.
Nice little burn.
Your buddy. We can bleep that.
It's okay.
Here you go.
He understands.
Insert
He understands.
Hollywood Brown.
A lot of velocity on that throw, though.
Yeah.
Took him off the back.
Yeah.
Pause.
Wait, that's really rain?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's raining hard outside for the listeners and viewers.
I love it. He's got gray hair. He's only looking better since draft night.
Yep.
When some of you clowns thought the Giants would go get Shedeur Sanders, would have been a colossal mistake. And
Okay, we feel good about it.
the spiral's
Make-
tight. The Giants are going to be good. Do you guys realize that? I don't
Macon,
care about your
I think they're going to be
schedule.
better than people think.
Yeah, no.
the guy in the video, is that the guy you called Jackson Fart on draft night?
Whoa. Look at that. Look at that.
Damn, dude.
Man.
Look, man, it's all about evolving and improving oneself. And I've seen the light. No,
I think yeah.
more like Jackson's smart.
Over under how long he turns back into Jackson Fart.
Well,
Well, I don't know. Who's
At-
going to start the
wasn't
season?
his
Is it gonna
wasn't
be
his first training camp pass?
Russell Hustle
going the other way.
Yeah. But that's what you do, man.
That's what you do. You got to
I mean, that's what I'm
Set the
saying.
bar
Didn't he
low.
Get that
already
pick six
turn
out
back
of the way.
into the fart?
No.
Not yet? Okay.
No.
That was a nice clip. That's a good clip. Those are the kind of clips we like to see.
Yeah. Curse over. Giants winning.
That jet ski on the right side of the red line.
We've got Bryce Young. This is from the other day. He was asked this question.
There, street clothes and all. He just looks like a normal person, but he put a helmet on. He says he becomes Superman. What do you see?
I mean, I don't think I'm at liberty to say what a normal person looks like. But I do know the football player and the competitor he is. Again, he's putting it on film. He's been doing it his whole career.
And listen, I see what they're getting at. I really do.
What are they getting at?
I mean, and Bryce Young doesn't take the bait, which is the best part. He's like, I know what you're saying. Like, he's just the whitest white guy.
Yeah.
Like,
The
he's just
implication is we've got a diminutive white with a receding hairline
Yeah.
at wideout.
Hunter. No, he's really not diminutive. He's just normal. He looks like he works at like a law firm, or at he works in finance, or at a bait shop. He could work in any number of.
That's stereotyping.
Well, I'm allowed to do that, you know, to my people. And you know, you could Google what does a normal person look like.
Can you?
Yeah, I did it yesterday.
And what came up? I'm interested to know.
Well, it's a stupid exercise because
it is.
Because what does that even mean?
I think that's the question. That's the underlying question. What
there's
is
a lot of
normal?
people freaking out because in America, supposedly by like 2050, everybody's going to look like slightly brown.
That's the.
And I think it's cool. I've been waiting to be an exotic my whole life, dude. Seriously. Like, you know, wouldn't it be cool to be like, you know, like, oh, he's Irish, you know, like he's Irish and Italian. Like, that's like I'm all of a sudden the Puerto Rican guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't wait to be in the minority. But there's a lot of people freaking out about that.
They'll get over it.
They'll get over it. One day, Macon's going to be like something you don't see every day.
Clear.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, hold on. I'm 1/16 black.
Okay.
You did your
23andMe.
You did.
No.
Yeah?
No.
Where from?
Probably one of his ancestors.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Big Thomas Jefferson fan. I'll just say that.
History's tough sometimes.
Okay, I'm gonna backtrack. I was making that up.
Oh,
we know.
Man.
We know.
I could be 1/16.
No, you could not.
Yes,
dude.
I could.
No, you could not. You couldn't even do like an Elizabeth Warren thing. I wouldn't even believe that.
Yeah, I could.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I could.
Now you're selling the stolen land.
Crazy. Crazy cycle.
This is crazy, dude. But yeah, you can't say what normal looks like anymore. The world's too diverse. And I, for one, am fine with it.
This is normal person Google image search.
Let me see.
All shapes, sizes, colors.
Yeah, but mostly white.
White.
No,
But that's not for long.
there's plenty of off-white there.
Not for long.
Off-white.
Don't you want to be like that cool, like, you know, like that cool culture that's like, there's something special about that culture. They're hanging on. You know? the whites are hanging on.
It's gonna turn around for us soon. Yeah.
No, I don't want it to. I'm fine with wherever it goes, man.
This is what, when you ask ChatGPT to draw a normal-looking white guy with a receding hairline, this is what they pull up.
That's Renfrow.
This next video hit a little close to home for us because we are pretty prolific at what
C long is.
That's what
Malik
we think.
Nabers was asked to do.
C long is.
And pull 1 yard. No cheating. I see you peeking over there.
That is. Oh, he pulled out 7 inches.
Bro.
7.
I knew it.
He looks at it quizzically.
Bro.
Then they make him take it out to the field.
This is way off. He said way off, dude.
You know he's telling girls his dick is a yard long.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Hey, it's baffling. Like, I understand that, like, a lot of people aren't, like, learning stuff and that sort of thing. And, like, maybe you don't know geography, like some maps. People don't have the map thing down. I've seen that most Americans don't know where anything is. But, like, a yard?
How many inches is a yard?
36.
How many football players do you think know that off the top of their head?
98.999 repeated percent.
Oof.
No, that's
The football players that know how many inches in a yard.
absolutely. I think for one, giving him that thing,
He's 29 inches off.
I don't think in inches he, like, theoretically knows how long a yard is, because for one.
Do you really think he was probably like, my dick's longer than a yard?
No, because, bro, like, you don't pull that out 7 inches and think you're close to a yard. If you in your mind know it's 36 inches.
No, obviously he doesn't know but that's what makes this remarkable. I highly doubt that if you went around to every player in the NFL and said, like, hey, pull this, how many inches is
So
a yard?
basically, but one person getting it wrong on a team.
I think the answer to Nate's
Maybe 2
question
people on every team.
is more like 55%.
Thank
You think
you.
55%?
Yes,
After this
bro.
video-
Yes, I think you're thinking like, I think you're giving the benefit of doubt, and you're just like expecting like, yo, I know guys know this, but guys don't, dude. like they don't.
They're all busy learning extremely
But 7 inches is
complicated
crazy.
playbooks.
7 inches is crazy.
They're learning like sight adjustments and like leverage and like audibles with 24 words on them. Like, but they don't know how long a yard is.
Happens.
But therein lies the point.
You got the dick pen in your hand, by the way.
Leaky Neighbors is focused on football. And what comes across in that video is a wholesome cat, authentic, agreeable, self-deprecating, kind,
Well, all right,
polite.
Here's the problem, though. Hey, Malik, it's 3rd and 2.
You need
or
a yard.
3rd and 4. Where
Exactly.
are the sticks?
Exactly.
Well, there is
Exactly.
What
He's
if you
got
can't see
sticks.
the sticks?
Exactly.
It's 3rd and 1. He falls down at the line of
I
scrimmage.
think
Just catches a bubble screen and just
Boom.
I think in his mind,
How long does
he
he
was
think like
trying
a
to-
75-yard drive is?
he was trying to
75 times 7? It's like, I don't know.
you can see him move his foot. He was probably trying to do a foot, and yes, he was still off by nearly 50%.
Yeah.
But I don't think he was in his head trying to pull out 36
Give me a.
All right.
Give me a. Yeah. We haven't done this in a while, but used to be really good at this. I don't know if I'm good at it anymore.
This is where we're going to be right here for the first one.
Yeah, it's 15 and a half inches.
On the money.
It's 15 and a half inches. That is 15.
I'm gonna stop right there.
That is 15 and 1/2
That's what it looks like. Hey, that's what knowing your inches looks like.
That was crazy. That's
How'd you come to that conclusion?
Well,
I always
yeah. What's your method?
Multiply by 6?
see. Generally, no, like
Divide.
not
by-
6, bro. So we don't.
That's crazy, Reed.
Hey, so we were talking earlier in here. Like generally, like you. I try to go off of what a foot would look like, and then add a couple inches to a foot. But like
A foot?
what do you mean?
You just know what a foot looks like?
Well, yeah, you think you know what like a ruler looks
Okay,
like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, ruler. Yeah, yeah.
But if I can't think of what a ruler looks like, I usually think like how many dicks.
Whoa.
You know that. You asked me this before the show. This is what you want. This is what you want. Don't whoa me.
You said.
Yeah, I mean, you take what I think my dick would look like, and then multiply it by however many times I need to multiply it.
Wow. So like Reed said, 6?
I'm not doing this, but we're not. I'm not an average American. I'll just put it that way. I am not an average American.
You guys are sickos.
I just
Freaky.
That was stereotyping right there.
Freaky.
Talk about profiling. Now you profiling me, brother. Give me another. If I don't hit this one spot on, we can cut it. For the good of the show. We would go viral if I get this next one.
let the record show that I have pulled it out 26 inches.
What are you doing?
My bad. My bad.
Are you high?
My
Wait.
bad.
My
My
what was
bad.
that?
That's my bad.
Let the record show. Wait.
What is he doing?
That's my bad.
What was that?
He did it again, basically. But all right. Oh, my bad. I knocked down my LeBron times Hennessy.
I'm not trying
We
to.
need to reload that LeBron times Hennessy. It's almost football's busy season. I come home smelling like LeBron times Hennessy after the games. All right. So we got about a foot there. We got 2 feet. You know, we barely got 2 feet.
Locking on me, Tim, man.
24 3/4.
Man, you said it right the first time.
22 and some change.
Okay.
You should
We're
have
close.
stuck. You should have stuck to your gun.
I know it's still pretty good though. That's still
Under. You said a little under 2 feet.
Yeah.
And then you went over.
It's not Leaky Neighbors.
no.
Who
Yeah.
No.
It's definitely not.
is focused on football.
No, he's focused on football.
Goated.
Let's dive into the Christian Wilkins drama.
So, yes, I guess give a little of the spark notes here. There's obviously two parts. There's obviously everybody's talking about the Adam Butler piece of this right now. Just to add context, the injury piece. So Christian Wilkins last October, Jones fracture, surgery, out for the season.
That's a foot.
Shows
He
up
had a
for-
foot. Yeah.
Right, had a foot.
Yeah.
Shows up in May to offseason programming. Foot isn't fully healed. Team recommends second surgery. He doesn't want to do that. He's going to second opinion, rehab on his own. Shows up for camp. Foot isn't healed. June 4th, the team voids the remaining $35 million guaranteed on his contract. That takes us to July 24th, where Christian Wilkins released that day. Same day, NFLPA files a grievance around that voided guarantee. That process is going to play itself out, probably carrying into 2026. But then, obviously, last week into this week, the news of the HR complaint around Christian Wilkins, reportedly kissed a player in the teammate on the forehead in a playful manner. And then we have the Adam Butler.
Can you imagine if it was
here.
aggressive?
Hear Adam Butler's comments when
Yeah.
asked about it the day at training camp the day after.
A lot of controversy around the defensive line group after the release of Christian Wilkins. How have you seen your unit be able to leave that as just outside noise and hone in on your craft?
Yeah, we pretty much just kind of moved on from the situation. I really don't want to comment further on it. But I will say that, whatever you're going through as a person, athlete, non-athlete, whoever, whatever your struggle is, if you got something going on in life, just, talk to somebody. Get some therapy. Whatever your deal is your deal. Somebody out there in this world full of billions of people is willing to listen. They're willing to listen, hear you out, and help you work through whatever you need to work through. But don't make any hasty decisions. Get help.
So, okay, there's a lot to unpack here.
Good message, generally.
It's generally a good message. I wouldn't have applied it to a situation like this. Before you make any hasty decisions and kiss a teammate on the side of the head.
Unless we don't know the situation.
Now, we don't know the whole situation. Nate pointed something out in the group text the other day, which was very true, which is that Christian Wilkins has a history of crossing the line physically with people on other teams.
If you're in enough locker rooms, there's always guys that kind of, you would, like, lack of a better word, push the limits when it comes to horseplay and in an atmosphere where guys are naked, guys are changing, are putting on clothes, taking off clothes. So you hear comments like, bro, even guys Jimmy tap each other in the locker room. And for anyone who doesn't know, that's a light tap to someone's balls.
Now, I just want to say this.
What?
I think that's over the line.
No, and that's my next point. That's my next point. You see that go on in
Jacksonville,
the locker room,
people were Jimmy tapping,
bro. In plenty of locker rooms, like that happens.
Like knuckles to the scrote.
And it's something that, if you think about it mentally, that's way worse than kissing someone on the forehead. It's touching someone's private parts, but you would never hear that go to HR. And I didn't even know, like, obviously every big company has an HR, but when you're in the NFL locker room, how many people know that?
Didn't know that was something accessible to us.
That we can actually go and report something to HR.
Yeah.
It's not something that they give us in our welcome packets when we get there this week during camp.
They don't want you going to HR.
Did you know where the HR area was in the building?
No,
I bet they work remotely or something.
Yeah, like that's the only way you can probably save that. But like, even if it is, HR is probably the furthest in a building. They're probably the furthest thing away from a locker room if everything is conjoined in the same building.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't imagine HR even being close to the locker room.
I don't know. Like, obviously, and at the risk of sounding apologetic or kind of condoning what Christian Wilkins did, everything's contextual, right? Like, if a teammate of yours walked up to you and was like, and like put you in a headlock and kissed the top, like one of the vets like just walked up to a rookie, as fucked up as that sounds, like when I saw this headline, I was like, it has to be more than a kiss. because the kiss, as stupid as that is probably, and there's a lot of NFL players who would publicly say, fuck no, there's no way I'd ever let somebody kiss me.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's fine. We get it. Like, you're macho. But, like, a kiss on the forehead is not enough to get somebody cut, especially somebody who's getting paid, like, a lot of money. I've played with guys who were way more inappropriate than that. And I don't know what that says about the state of, like, locker rooms. I think it's – and I hate using the term boys will be boys because that's always, like, what people use when somebody does something totally fucked up.
Yeah.
But it's obvious that there's a pattern of behavior, and on top of it, he probably wasn't popular at this very moment in the building because of whatever he was doing with the Jones fracture, not getting surgery, kicking the can down the road, showing up on the PUP, getting paid a lot of money, probably not taking shit that seriously. Mm-hmm. And then he walks in and he's cutting up, which probably is his thing. Like he's a fuck around guy.
Yep.
Which is fine, but when you're a fuck around guy, you got to be handling your business.
Absolutely.
It starts getting awkward when you're a fuck around guy and you're not handling your business, right? And he probably walked in and was fucking with Adam Butler, who, by the way, I want to say this about Adam Butler. He's had a hell of a career. I know this is Adam Butler's biggest headline, but Adam Butler has had a hell of a career. Played inside, played in New England, played I think in Miami, and now he's in Vegas. But good player.
Yeah.
And I bet he's sitting there like, why do I have to put up with this motherfucker who's not doing his job? I show up every day. I've showed up every day my whole career trying to do my job. I'm not a star. And this guy who's not even getting surgery, he's not rehabbing correctly, walking in, cutting up, and giving me a fucking kiss.
At the end of the day, just like you just said, it's the context of how the kiss happened and what happened.
It's so silly. Isn't it silly?
It is. But
it's
also
how he kissed.
But also too, it's who you kiss. It just shows also. It shows that whoever you kissed and that was upset about it, whoever they said it to, they took enough to be like, hey, we respect this guy enough that if he's upset about this, it's an issue. Because like we're talking about, a lot of people that are in a football office, I would think there's a good percentage of people in football office that are coaches or front office that they have been around a locker room.
Yeah.
And for them to hear something like that, you probably have to be puzzled at first. Like, wait, what? Like, he kissed him on the forehead? Like, he kissed you on the forehead? And like,
well, see, I feel like if I heard that, hey, guy on the team who likes to fuck around a lot walked into the meeting room and kissed the guy on the forehead and he was fucking around, like, and then it almost turned into a fight, I'd be like, well, that sounds about right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be like, I've heard stranger, right, Nolan? Isn't that what you?
Chris?
Yeah, like,
yo,
now you're in charge.
HR, we don't have an HR.
Look, now you're in charge.
Bo's our HR. Bo's our HR.
Like, we're joking about it now, but if Reed's like, hey man, like, I'm feeling some type of way. Like, Dr. Fax, like, he grabbed me aggressively, and I think he was joking, but like,
he kissed me on air.
Kissed me on my head, and now I don't know how I feel like in this environment.
Yeah, but I don't think it was like that. I think it was like, if I had to guess, because of what I just said, like, Noel, you've been in locker rooms, you've been in NFL locker rooms, you've played college football, like you played high school football, like now you went to a white ass school where this was going on a lot, right? But like, but it's a normal.
Yeah.
He's like, but it's a normal. It's like if you had heard a guy, hey, what happened today? There was almost a fight because somebody got kissed on the forehead and the other guy got really mad. Like, I've heard shit like that before. And what I don't want to do is what I've seen some NFL players do, which is because they don't want anybody to think that they're a little bit like sus or whatever. They don't want to say, oh yeah, that's I've heard of some shit. So I've seen a lot of sound bites that are like, whoa, that's way out of bounds. I've never seen anything like that in the locker room. Dude, I've seen guys naked in locker rooms on the little basketball hoop, like 300-pound men walking around. I won't name who he was, but this guy with the Rams, he used to get out of the shower, soap still on him, 300-pound motherfucker with a mini basketball. The mini hoop was by the D-line lockers, and he used to walk up to like Aaron Donald and other guys and be like, check up, D me up. Or he'd be walking around the locker room dribbling, like spinning off guys, and dudes are like, get the fuck away from me, man. But like over the line pranks are played. Things are definitely, we call it white guy humor. That's the way for people that are like, why would you open the segment talking about race? Well, if you're in a locker room, you know this, like like the black dudes are like, y'all white motherfuckers got a different way of joking around. And we do, which is what was funny because the very first thing me and Nate said was, I was like, he definitely kissed a black dude and that's why he went to HR. And it turned out to be true. But obviously there's contextual shit around this that colors it in for me. You know, like it's if this were Max Crosby, not that Max would do something like this, I don't know that he is a white guy humor guy, but if
exactly. And that's what I said. I was like, if this comes out and he did this to Max Crosby,
but Max not going to HR.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so either. But if it's maybe like, yo, I'm either going to HR or I'm gonna whoop this guy's ass, and it's gonna be a story anyway.
And Butler can't afford to do that because he knows his place on the team. And by the way, he's older than Wilkins, and he's like, who is this motherfucker who's like 5 years younger than me, treat me like a rookie? But there's also the rumor that he tried to stick his finger in somebody's butt on the
it's not a rumor. There's video evidence of him clearly grabbing genitals.
I'm not an apologist here. I'm really not.
Fingers in the butt. It's just like, bro, if you already know guys know about that
shit's way
because that's one of those things too. If guys know and there's video and there's videos of you doing stuff like this, but like you're not allowed. You're like, if I'm a certain way, you're not allowed to joke with me. If we're not buddy, you're not allowed to joke with me. Just the same way we talk about white guy humor, you and the guys in here can joke with me in a way that other human beings in general, they could not get away with. And it's just like, if you don't know that in a locker room, or if you don't know that in life, maybe that's why Adam responded the way he did. Maybe it is a mental thing, and maybe you really do need help. That you can't separate that.
But what I had heard through the grapevine is that everything was like in this particular moment, things were not tense until it got tense. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like everybody was like, oh, what the fuck? Yeah. You know, that kind of thing. And then Butler got mad and Wilkins got mad. And then they're like, you know, and that's how fights start.
Yeah. No,
like a lot of fights start with jokes.
But
like,
also,
no pre-existing.
I don't know that. No. I'm saying that around, like,
but here's the thing,
it wasn't like you walked in and kissed the guy and everybody was like, whoa.
But look, and here's the thing about the locker room. It's a situation where something happens and maybe it's not a situation, but all it takes is one instigator. All it takes is one instigator to
you gonna let him kiss you?
To say the right thing in the right moment, to be like, to really spark something.
You know he did a split, right?
Exactly, bro. You see these videos? Josh Allen said he grabbed his balls.
Did you smell his finger too? You gonna let that man put his finger under your nose? Like, that's the type of shit that all of a sudden then you got a fight on your hands.
Bro, he did a full stripper split after winning the national championship, bro. And on another note,
was that impressive?
Bro, I was just about to say, for a guy that size, that is very, that's very, very impressive. But it's the fact that you're able to drop on your balls like that. It's not just doing a regular split. It's the way you're
all his body weight.
Yeah, you gotta,
and in your pants and maybe jock strap. It's just like you're literally slamming on your balls. And he bounced on it. With a smile.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting.
I never won a national
championship. Where do we go from here from a football standpoint, Nolan? Is anybody going to be rushing to sign Christian Wilkins?
I don't think so. I think there's a lot of information that people are still waiting on. I mean, obviously, like we were talking about before, even before this situation came to light, the Raiders didn't know when they were going to get him on the field with the foot thing. So there's that, and then there's what are we bringing in the locker room that I'm sure teams are kind of calling around and trying to figure out what they're signing up for there. So coming back to other camp stuff, injuries of note.
Yeah.
Big one this week with kind of to start off here with Maxwell Harrison, LCL sprain in Buffalo. Obviously, Chris, there's kind of some injury concerns around the whole defense there in Buffalo.
Yeah, it's Listen, my mind goes back to the AFC Championship game, sitting there watching that, and, we were just sitting there being like, man, that Elam's getting picked on. It felt like the secondary was in the worst shape that it had been in all year, and it was on the biggest stage, and they're going to do something in the draft to try to rectify the situation, and Maxwell Harrison's like a huge, huge piece of this thing. You need him to work out, right? Like the window is always open when you got like a Josh or you have a Mahomes or a Burrow or a Lamar. Like when you've got those guys, the window's always open. That doesn't mean you can just leave position groups in the state that they were in at the end of last year. Like the secondary just wasn't competitive. And so this is a big deal. And when I read about the injury at first, this is a few days ago, it had all the makings of this guy's done. Like when you read the tea leaves and they were saying, hey, Tre'Davious White, who, by the way, is back and is the backup of Maxwell Harrison in camp to this point, who in 21 I think had a knee and 23 had an Achilles. Like a lot of the reason he wasn't in Buffalo for a little bit was the injuries. He's going to replace a guy for now like he's week to week. He dodges a bullet. I mean, like it's a deal where when he's walking off the field, and Benford quotes afterwards are, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. You got guys giving him a hug and that sort of thing. I thought for sure it was an IR thing. So it's a very lucky situation that you're going to get Harrison back at some point here early. For a young guy not to get reps in camp, that sucks. Right. But when you look at the whole defense, bro, like they have had a lot of issues. And every defense does, but they have had some key players miss time over the past few years. And they've been able to stick the landing most of the time. But you think about Matt Milano, who is, when he was rolling a couple years ago, I'd have put him up there with anybody at linebacker. He's been hurt a lot. He's healthy now. Joey Bosa is one of the biggest cogs in the whole situation for them. And he's a guy who's had an injury-riddled, back half of the career. Like, love to see him stay healthy. So this is a group that if everything goes right, they can be good enough, but everything has to go right, and everybody has to stay healthy. And a couple of these guys, I have real concerns about. Hairston needs to get back out there as soon as he can because they need to get reps as a group.
Do you trust a depth chart on July 31st? Like, why is a rookie ahead of Tre'Davious White?
Because Tre'Davious White at this point, respectfully, is not the player he was. He's brought in to be a vet. He's brought in for depth and to be a vet. He's had a couple unfortunate injuries over the past few years, probably slow down a little bit. They want this kid to be the guy. I mean, they're at that point where it's like we need this kid to play. This is a domino that has to fall for us. Yep. They've got guys. Dane Jackson's played in the past. Tre'Davious White's obviously played in the past. But if they want to go where they want to go, if they're gonna go where they want to go, it's got to be this rookie playing corner opposite Bedford.
Yeah, reportedly its best case scenario is 3 weeks. Probably be a little bit more than that. And Chris, we were talking about it. Obviously, there's other guys dealing with soft tissue stuff like Bernard with a hammy, Dorian Williams with a calf.
Dorian Williams, yep.
And then going into the season, you're going to have Michael Hoyt and Larry Ogunjobi on 6-game suspensions. So, this group, like you talked about the AFC title game, that's really what it came down to for them, especially third down, where it's kind of like, rushing coverage or the two sides of the same coin there, where they had issues. And it's just, where we sit on the eve of August, it's hard to see that question was answered this offseason for them. So, they're going to have to kind of figure this out, especially through the first half of the season with injuries and suspensions and all those things.
But obviously the most important time of the year is January. And if they can be in a better spot than they were in January, they can go on the road and win. It's one of those things where you'd love to have home field advantage. You'd love to look great in September and October. But if they can have all their guys up, including the guys that you mentioned in Hoyt and Ogunjobi, who are nice role players for that defensive line. I mean, Hoyt's an underrated player. I mean, people know Ogunjobi a little bit. Hoyt's a guy that Rams fans probably know. And then the next one is the Guyton injury in Dallas. It looked like at first, again, a guy who's going to miss a long time, but at this point, it's a little bit more shorter term, although it looks like he's probably going to miss the opener for sure. I mean, not for sure. I don't want to say that. No, where are we on the timetable here?
I think that's sounding more likely. They're saying 4 to 6 weeks for him. They're saying no surgery, but a bone fracture in the knee sounds like a little more severe to me than they're making it out to be. But yeah, this week Stephen Jones mentioned 7th round 2024 7th round pick Nate Thomas is the probable starter in the meantime. So as you look to week 1,
Yep, that's the Eagles.
Banner night
Enjoy.
there in Philly.
Enjoy, dude. Well, that guy missed all last year, so it's kind of like his rookie year anyways.
Right.
And for Guyton, you know, I actually liked him coming out of the draft last year. It's so early for this dude. You know, Cowboys fans, he worked with, you know, Tyron Smith this offseason. There were some quotes about how excited he was about taking the next step, and he changed his diet and all that stuff. He's saying all the things that a player that's learning how to be a pro is saying, and they really need him. So, you know, what would you do if he's not up week 1? They lost Rob Jones, who had taken some first-team reps at right guard with a broken bone in his neck. So that's going to be 2 or 3 months. But, like, you think about week 1, what you could do. The problem with Tyler Smith is he's so damn good, and you could probably play him at tackle, and it's probably tempting to slide him out there. But, you know, think about going to Philly. Like, the guy you got to block first is Jalen Carter, right? So he's probably going to sit right there. And then, Noel, who do we have working in at tackle?
Yeah, right now it's going to be some combination of Nate Thomas, who we mentioned as a basically in his rookie year, 7th rounder from last year, had knee tendonitis, spent last year on IR, and then Akeem Richards as well, another late round guy who saw a little bit of time last year, but obviously didn't show enough for, you know, the front office and the coaching staff to come out and declare him the replacement left tackle in the meantime. So it's definitely a spot that's up in the air for them.
And then we've got Miami, which we had talked about the secondary in weeks past in the wake of the Ramsey trade.
Yeah.
Not a talent-rich environment, and now Kohu down.
Yeah, now Kohu down. I mean, as you mentioned, his secondary already kind of in dire straits after the Ramsey trade. Javon Holland, obviously a New York Giant now via free agency. Fuller and Poyer still free agents. So Kohu is the only remaining guy from last year. Obviously, they got Minkah Fitzpatrick in return for the in the Ramsey trade, but Kohu is kind of going to be your guy at corner, somebody you felt good about. Partially torn ACL, he'll be out for the season. So you're looking at a group of Storm Duck, all-name team guy. The rookie tape, he played a lot as a rookie. I think there's a lot of room for improvement there from what we saw. I think especially the Green Bay game, he was getting cooked a little bit, and then Cam Smith is a 2023 second rounder, hasn't shown as much in his first 2 years. They have a rookie 5th rounder, Jason Marshall, mixing in, and then they added Jack Jones and Mike Hilton this week to kind of help fill out the depth. And I mean, I think Jack Jones will probably end up starting for them. Really talented player.
Jack Jones is really talented. He just can't get it together. You know, like that would be a huge domino for them to get the best version of him.
Right. And then Mike Hilton's a veteran player. He had a really good career there.
You like Mike Hilton?
In Cincy. Yeah. You know, obviously just aging a bit at 31. Yeah. Super tough. But yeah, so it just, you know, your heart breaks for Kohu. You know, contract year guy, UDFA from a D2 school, kind of established himself as a good slot corner. So, you know, you look at Miami, Nate talked about Bengals kind of coming into the season, cooked medium well. I think Miami's a team that's going to be on the cooked watch for us here early in September.
I'd hate to put them on the grill. I don't want to do that.
Miami?
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to be that guy, you know?
But Tua's stepping up. He's a leader now.
He is a leader.
And shit to Tyreek, so he's going to turn things around. He's going to turn that medium rare to medium well.
And Darren Waller.
That means they're cooked more?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that does mean that.
I like the way you paused after sticking. Go ahead, Meg.
Darren Waller is in tremendous shape, but not yet football shape.
Yeah.
Trending in the right direction.
Yeah, because you know the only reason why he went down there.
Rap?
Yeah, he's setting off his this is like a
It's a
new age.
rap.
It's a new age album and career rollout.
Yeah.
Say word.
Why not do your last year? You come out of retirement and be like, yo, I'm gonna replay and re-retire.
He needs to get Will Smith on a track. Have you heard Will Smith lately?
in Miami.
Yeah.
The king of Miami. Welcome to Miami.
Wiki wow.
Hey, you can laugh at Will Smith, but he's the king. He's the king of corny.
Yeah.
He's the king, and he does it right. And he's one of the greatest actors. So
He is, for sure.
but the music thing, he has some hits though.
He has some hits back in the day, but lately, whatever he's been doing, I'm just like, I'm good on that.
I love it though.
You love it, though.
Yeah,
Okay.
why not?
How do I segue out of
the-
Will Smith?
On the Darren Waller tremendous shape versus game shape thing, at what point in the season do you guys feel like you were in game shape? Like, are you like all the way through September it took you, or because it's not right out of camp? Right?
No, I'd say it's like a month in, because it's two things. Like, number one, you're adjusting to the how do I say this? The load of playing 60 snaps a game or something like that.
Pause.
Yeah. Okay. And as you're doing that, the climate's cooling as well. So like it helps. It gets a little cooler. It's not as hot. You're getting your wind underneath you, and then one more thing's happening, which is your legs are back underneath you. Like a lot of times in camp, especially back in the day. Now I guess guys are fresher, but like I used to always feel my freshest in a weird way, like late in the season, because as that goes, you're getting further from camp, and practice is changing. Right? Like all of a sudden they're taking the pads off. You know, like at some point in the fall, the CBA mandates that you got to do certain things to keep players fresher. And so you can start to feel those things happening, and you're just getting in better and better cardio shape. And the intensity of the practices come down naturally. Like, you remember how intense a September game week practice is? It's like guys are still in camp mode.
Yeah.
You know, and so as that ramps down and it cools off, and you get your wind under you, I'd say that you're in football shape probably end of September, like real football shape.
Yeah, because if you think about it, honestly, your team isn't really done being made until like the end of week 4. Like there's still guys getting rotated in and out like up until week 4, and I think most teams by the end of that, like that first quarter of the season, they're like, okay, this is our guys. We don't want this guy. We've been looking at this guy in this practice squad. Maybe we bring him in, but for the most part, yeah, like up until like the end of September, like that first month.
Yeah, the first week, if you play somewhere like Tampa, you're going to be huffing and puffing. We did that my last year, I think, 2018.
Jacksonville,
yeah,
anywhere where it's super humid, and you might catch a bad day coming up to play the Commanders. It gets humid as hell out here.
Yeah,
make you feel like you're breathing in pound cake. Being out there in the heat.
It's a dangerous stadium. Isaiah Likely injury as well seems to be, as far as his availability is concerned, he'll be back early, but it is a tough thing going into the season with a foot. I mean, you talk about like, you know, injuries that might linger. I don't know exactly what the injury is, but that's when it's hard to stay off that bad boy, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and he has to have surgery. He's going to undergo surgery. It is a broken bone in his foot. John Harbaugh said he's going to miss multiple weeks. Not expected to be a longer-term issue, like you said, Chris. Possible he could be back for week 1. Sunday Night Football against the Bills. Kind of sounds like that's more of an optimistic perspective on the injury. The team's kind of downplaying the significance of it. But, again, this is another one like we're talking about trying to get into game shape. You had a surgery in late July. I imagine that really has to complicate matters. You know, you have the recovery process as its own thing, and now on top of it is getting into game shape. And, you know, he's such a weapon for their offense, and depending upon how many games they're without him, I mean, they start out at Buffalo.
But this is supposed to be the guy. They're passing the baton to him.
All three
in the passing game.
All three of their tight ends are contracts up after this season.
Yeah.
So while it for Isaiah Likely is a tough thing for, you know, you want to start off your contract season well and not have to have surgery, but Charlie Kohler, it's an opportunity for him to slide in, and also Mark Andrews to show that he's not.
They just don't have they don't have the formational flexibility without him on the field to the degree that they do with him on the field. So it's an adjustment. I mean, you can run 2 tight end sets. They have other guys, but he's a different kind of guy.
Early thoughts.
What?
anytime touchdowns, Mark Andrews, Lamar Jackson's got to get that nasty taste out of his mouth. I think he'll feed him early in the season.
Pause.
I mean, yeah. Pause for how that season ended.
Yep. I don't think that ever goes away, dude.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so. Because I just judge him by like the little inconsequential shit that I hang on to.
Yeah.
That like it just tortures me.
Yeah.
And like I'm 40 and I'm still thinking about things. Like he'll always think about that play. And there's no amount of like, hey, dude, you're awesome.
Yeah.
It sucks. I mean,
it does.
And that's the flip side of making all that money and being like being a professional athlete. It's like you can fuck up and your life is different forever. Yeah. I bet you there's not a day he hasn't woke up and thought about that play. Don't you think?
No, I agree.
It's probably not a single day.
We ran through some of those injuries. Some teams that are dealing with those injuries might be looking at this tweet from Greg Rosenthal. Players not currently on an NFL roster. We've got Amari Cooper, Asante Samuel Jr., Stephon Gilmore, Zadarius Smith, Keenan Allen, Kaiser White, Rasul Douglas, Jadeveon Clowney, Marcus Williams, and Will Hernandez. A couple of those guys coming off injuries from last year, but are there any names on this list that surprise you they're not in camp right now?
Well, I think Zadarius Smith, we talked a lot about how well he played for Detroit when he popped in last year, late in the season, and he looks like he's still got juice. Not only that, he's a really good player. He's had a great career. He's probably doing one of those, like, I just don't feel like going to camp things.
Wait for injuries, miss camp.
Yeah, it's like, it's the way to go, dude. It's the way to go. No, you said who else you think is going to get picked? Sewell's going to get picked up. I think Clowney, somebody's going to do, customarily, somebody gives him $10 million for like a
Interesting
year.
note on Rasul was Josina Anderson reported this week an offer from the Dolphins actually came across his desk, but he said thanks, but no thanks, which speaks to the state of the Dolphins, but also it's an example of the interest shown in Rasul. So he'll be with the team for sure. I mean, Stephon Gilmore doesn't seem like he wants to hang him up. I think he'll be signing somewhere. He did a similar thing. Actually, if you guys remember, we were at Minnesota last year for his first day of work.
Yeah.
When he signed kind of mid-camp or whenever it was exactly. So those are the guys that kind of jump out.
Run it back. And then and Zadarius Smith would be a good-looking Bengal. Good-looking Bengal. They got Trey Hendrickson in camp right now. They're working on that deal. I think it's going to happen. We, as we say, like, hey, these things just, they work themselves out.
Clowney to the Commanders? Commanders got money for him?
I don't know. I haven't thought enough about Clowney,
Yeah.
But I think Zadarius Smith's got some juice and he can move around. You got a young edge guy in Cincy. I don't know.
Is Keenan Allen done?
We'll let them.
You think someone snagged?
I don't think Keenan Allen's done unless there's some injury I don't know about that's like.
You think he gets picked up before the season or?
I think we got plenty of time left.
I think he gets
camp.
on somewhere.
I think it's going to be mid camp for a few of these names because you got to remember, and Nolan just pointed this out. Stephon Gilmore. What was the date we were in Vikings camp? It was like middle of August.
Mm-hmm. Keenan Allen is 33. Amari Cooper is 31.
Okay.
Asante Samuel Jr. interestingly on this list, and he's just coming off his rookie contract, a good couple years with the Chargers.
Yeah,
he's dealing with a neck injury that I think a lot of teams are scared, a little afraid of. So he's probably gonna have to take a deal that's a little bit less than what he's looking for if he wants to
that neck
play some ball this year.
Neck. So there's this thing going on. It's called the T app, and I think I saw this.
Can you do this?
What is this?
Clock that T.
What does that mean?
Clock that T.
What does that mean?
It's like, give me the gossip.
Oh, give me the gossip?
Yeah. And so the T app, it was something that was made by, I'm assuming, a bitter girlfriend, and or significant other, and it was a site for females to go on, and then they can either post a man that they're dealing with, a man that they're thinking about dealing with, or a man that they've dealt with before, and you can start a conversation where you can click red flag or green flag, and then
2 specific people.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
you can then list your reasoning under. So this app started and it went viral for about 4 or 5 days, and for the females to get on this app, they had to show their ID, and put information in. Someone hacked it.
They don't like being called females, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, they're women.
Women on the site. So the site got hacked.
China.
And it leaked all the information, exposing all the girls who signed up for the app, all the girls who posted certain stuff, but it also revealed the men that they were posting. So
they spilled the tea.
Yes. So unexpected, now dudes are seeing themselves on there, and some dudes are happy about the comment.
Right.
One dude's bragging. He was like, yo, I had 79 green flags and 14 red flags. I'm putting up Kobe numbers on that.
Yeah, that's good. Pretty good.
But it's pretty good in a sense of maybe it is, maybe it's not. It's like, damn, how many people are you dealing with to have that many reviews is also
you're
a question.
You're clearly a slut.
But that's what it's exposing.
You're
And then
a man
it's also like females being like, this is my man. Is anyone dealing with it? And it's a list of stuff. Oh, he's for.
Are they given like?
He's for the streets, shorty.
But are they given like? Are women trying to do a Malik Nabers with the tape measure on guys?
Oh no, they're talking about all that. Like,
But how? How would they know?
Because they're the people you're posting pictures of dudes you've dealt with.
No, I know.
And you're either rating them
But
good or bad.
You can't be saying, hey, he was like this, because most people don't know distance, is what we found earlier.
No, but the funny thing is some girls are trying to downplay dudes, and other girls are like, nah, girl, you're lying because you're mad, whatever like that. He was this and that. And he was actually a good guy.
Yeah.
You're probably just an
bitter.
asshole.
You're bitter.
Yeah.
You know what's coming next? A review of them. Yeah, okay.
How much is that, Nate?
5 inches.
Oh, he knows his 5 inches pretty well.
That's interesting.
I know that's
right into
I
that
know
crap.
I know that's smaller than
So anyway, so here's the deal. So here's the deal. Next, there's going to be a site like this that
already happened.
Them.
It's
so
already,
we know about. We get to know about them.
Right.
I say we like
happened.
I'm playing the game anymore. But like us guys, like some of my single friends, they get to know about them, and then they're going to be like, "Oh, you can't do that. It's a violation of privacy. You can't say that about women."
It already happened.
And were they mad about it?
You already know it already happened. The number one thing that's going viral is like, yeah, we'll see how quick these women see how it feels and how they like it. And it's like a dude, and he's going through a list, and he's just putting under every picture of girls.
Pussy stinks.
No, putting going, meaning that like she's a hoe, like she's going.
Yeah.
And so he's just scrolling. Oh, yeah, her going,
Mm-hmm.
going.
Teeth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
4 baby dads.
Clinger. Stage 5
Stage
clinger.
5 clinger.
Yeah, they're not gonna like that so much.
No.
We have feelings too. We don't want
to.
people knowing everything about us. I think this is a fucked up situation. I mean, I understand the utility of this app for sure.
No, so the thing that sucks about it is that the females, and I see females posting about this, females are mad about it because the original women. Oh, my bad.
You got it.
Okay, I'm sorry. Women have been posting about this. They're mad at other women.
Care.
Okay.
I don't care.
They're mad at other women because the real reason for this app was to expose creep dudes.
Yeah.
Like if you go on a date with a creep and he's maybe trying to force himself on you, whatever like that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, exactly.
Great.
And that's how it started. And where they're putting red flags, they're like, oh, I dealt with this guy. Stay the fuck away from him, blah, blah, blah. And then it turned into, oh, this and that. And it kind of shifted.
Weak loads.
Pubes.
Exactly. Stuff
Weak loads.
Yeah. He was fully shaved down there.
Cries
I don't
after
like
sex.
that, right? Oh my god.
Oh man, but it's a good self-scouting tool for some of these guys,
For sure.
Yeah.
you know.
For sure.
Yeah, can you opt in? That should be the. If you opt in, it's fair game.
Yep,
That's the fix.
yep, no question. No, it was educational. Thank you, Nate.
Something else that's educational that you might be educating your son on. He started to dab.
Yeah, it's a tough scene, dude. Motherfucker's dabbing everywhere. He's dabbing in every picture. Like, we take a lot of pictures. I just take pictures of like all the kids, and like it was funny the first time, and now everything is this.
But that's white guy humor. He's getting ready.
No, it's
like, why not?
This is the thing. I've been on this thing for like ever since the dabbing started. Like, whenever white kids were on the Jumbotron, I was like, you will regret this footage. Stop. And now to see my son, 9 years old, doing it, here's what I'm doing. Dabbing back at him to embarrass him.
Nah.
He says he's going to dab when he scores a touchdown in flag football. I said, I'm going to dab up and down the sideline.
Everyone's gonna love that. You guys are gonna go viral. you just said you
What
don't
if we
watch your
become
kid.
the new?
You just said you don't watch your kid on
the new
YouTube.
Big Justice. And
That's the quickest. That's the quickest way you're gonna see your kid all over social media after he scores and his Super Bowl dad, Chris Long, does a dab with him.
and people are they won't know that what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyways, I don't know. Is there anything that your kids like? You're like, you know, I'll freak out if this happens. Like, they can't do this.
We just entered repeating stage, copying everything you just said, which nobody has any time for.
Yeah, but it's not embarrassing. Like, I'm embarrassed when my son dabs.
But
I'm
is
like,
he continuing to do it because it bothers you?
I think partially.
Yeah. That's the age. This is the age for him to do that. But
He
I would
did
say
a thing the other night where he dabbed. He's like, let me show you what I'm going to do when I score a touchdown. He dabs. And then he spikes the ball, dabs, and then walks over to an imaginary bench, sits on the wall, like doing a wall sit. And I'm like, what's he doing now? And he does like fake high fives and dabs at his teammates.
That's pretty sick.
I love it. He
He's sitting on a fake bench,
bro. He hasn't
dabbing up fake teammates.
Yes.
And
I thought at first he was the wall sit was part of his that he just would find a wall after he scored a touchdown and do a wall
no,
sit.
that's his
'Cause that's
simulation of what it's going to look like when he goes to the bench too. He's got the whole thing.
And you know what's gonna be funny
We were
about
kayaking
that?
the other day. I took my wife and boys down the Shenandoah, and Meg and Waylon were on a kayak together like a tandem. And I go take a picture of him. Meg's paddling along, and he's just on the kayak, bro.
Well, it's better than when we were kids his age. I was running around with my friends doing the D-Generation X suck it.
Yeah.
Like, it could be worse.
I would rather him do the Degeneration X.
than the dab?
Yeah.
Why are you hating on the dab so much?
Because it's not really for him.
Look at my dab. What? Why not?
I think it's only for him at this
exactly.
You're right at this
It
point.
is.
Because it's 5 years later.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
either that or the floss. Does he know how to do
Yeah.
the floss?
Yeah, he's done the floss. Yeah, I've seen him try the floss.
So how about you suggest a different dance for him? That's how you help it.
Bro, the wall sit, fake teammates,
Yeah.
having two
He's
fake
funny.
teammates,
He's a
that
funny
might
guy.
be electric.
He's a funny guy. But I don't think he was doing that as like, that's what I'm going to do outside the end zone. He was showing me when he gets back to his bench what it's going to look like.
mean-
But it would be funny if that was a celebration.
Yeah. He just has to actually score, because if he's doing that just off to the side on his own,
Yeah.
coach might be
The
calling
play
the
is under
parent.
review.
Look at my dab.
No,
Look at
fuck
my
a
dab.
dab, dude. You know how Big Cat used to be on that thing where he just, you
Yeah.
know, and that's kind of like, that's what I'm going to do. If he embarrasses me, I'm going to flip it right back on him.
Be cool nose dabs. What should be with your pointer
Nose
finger?
dabs?
Yeah, just do a nose dab. That's what's actually cool.
Nose dab sounds like code for doing cocaine.
Yeah, probably. But
Got that?
Yeah.
That's not bad either.
Yeah.
Y'all have some good ideas today. Is my takeaway.
be a nose dab.
Make, you had an idea for a way to end the show today.
Yeah, the Luka Men's Health cover, which was predictable.
Yeah, Luke.
And not only because he's with a new team and Nico Harrison has created a monster. Luka, at times, who can be a heavier set fella for an NBA player, he kind of gets in shape at the beginning of every season. It's the end of the season where he may need to think about doing something a little differently. But this Men's Health cover is foolproof because Mans is wearing a black A shirt.
Yeah.
Slimming. Is tanned.
Yep.
And is literally holding a dumbbell, engaging his muscles.
Wow.
Acting like he is moving. And what Dr. Fax noted is a
wait. Don't throw me into this hate.
Historically how you say hood gymnasium.
Oh yeah, Luka. Yeah,
Where's he at?
He went to Dykeman in New York.
Dykeman.
Yes, Dykeman is like one of the most popular, like right next to Rucker Park for outdoor courts to play in New York. Luka was there. But why are you hating on Luka? Why are you trying to say that cover is a farce? That's all I heard.
All I'm saying is,
you guys are burying the lead.
All I'm saying is he could not have been set up more for success. Like everybody's like, Luka.
Yeah, but the lead is that he is skinnier.
Yeah.
And he moved to California. He stopped drinking, is my guess, as much, and he's on the left-handed ciggies, dude. That's my theory. That's my fan theory.
Still doing that hookah though.
Well, yeah, but hookah doesn't make you.
Hookah's bad.
Hookah doesn't make you fat.
I'm just like, give me a little bit of spray tan and a black beater and a dumbbell, and I think I could look all right on that cover.
Or he's just buying.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah, really.
Look,
Let's run it.
You set yourself up.
Let's
look,
recreate.
honestly, or he's just trying to fit in LA culture. Doesn't everybody in LA do spray tan and you wear something that looks appeased?
Why does it have to
on
be a
your
spray
body?
tan? It's the summertime. He's in LA.
He's saying this. He's trying to put this narrative.
But this
out of
isn't
it.
honestly even where we're going. He just wanted to hate on the cover, and that's the end.
The cover made me chuckle. It made me chuckle.
So then we started looking at older pictures of like people posing for shit in football pictures.
They used to be
electric.
Iconic.
Do you know who this is?
I do, only because I do. I wouldn't have
tell the
known.
people. Tell the people.
Gerald Ford,
who was what?
A football player
and a U.S. president.
Yeah, went to Michigan.
We had a guy with
Not
CTE
responsible
running
for
the
car.
country. Is that wild?
Is he responsible for the cars?
No.
Okay.
But
Good
like,
question.
but can you believe that a guy that played with no helmet was like running the country and did a good job, right? Didn't he do a good job by all accounts? He's one of our better presidents.
We have a reality
Ford?
star running the country right now.
No, I know, but not. This was a more serious time.
Okay.
This is a fairly unserious time. But yeah, like that dude was out there in a leather helmet doing pictures like that.
The only thing I don't like about some of these older pictures, it looks like you have to legit like stretch for some of them.
Yo,
look at this one.
Like, how many people do you think behind the scenes might have like tweaked or like, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like,
what if
This
my
is
man
a
gets
great
this
shot.
at
Do you
the
know who
wrong
my
time?
man is? Does anybody know who my man is?
No.
It's Vince Lombardi.
Wow.
oh,
Look at Vince Lombardi. He definitely ate shit.
definitely.
Yeah.
It's like, how many times did you take? Is this the
Right.
first shot?
Dude, that would hurt like fuck to do this photo shoot.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these, you look like you could get hurt.
Also, like we can see this happening today, easy, right? Hey, like let's just go out to the field, grab my phone,
Yeah.
whatever, take a picture. What was the setup back then? Like,
Exactly.
hey, we need you full
Professional
guard,
photographer.
put everything on, and then you've got a tripod with the guy with the flash
Yeah, the
bulb.
flash
It's like,
bulb.
oh shit, just missed it. Go
Yeah, you gotta
rewind.
do it
Hold on,
again.
There might be-
I got to do the flash. Yeah,
There might be
just
13
give me 5 minutes.
people. There might be 13 people behind this picture, like holding huge stuff, a huge fat camera.
Yeah, the dude goes under the hood. He's like, oh, we just missed it. Hold on, do it again, line up again.
I think that's the funny part is like, look, I mean, does he have dirt on his shirt? Is that dirt?
And then he got it right, like, cause look, he's looking down, like,
Jesus.
oh shit. Look, he's looking at the landing, like, damn.
That's Vince Lombardi,
Cause
folks.
bro, if you hit your chin the wrong way, that's a few of your teeth.
This is the greatest old picture ever, dude. That's Concrete Charlie. That's Chuck Bednarik. Nothing like finishing just like brutalizing a bunch of fucking steel workers basically at this point in the NFL, and then going back to the locker room and being like, let me put a dart and a cigar in my mouth, like maximum nicotine.
Then Michael Finley walks down the hallway and takes them both out of his mouth.
Michael Finley,
took the beer out.
The basketball player, who then worked for the. I can't believe you lose all your player cred when you take a beer out of Luka's hand after the fucking.
No, you don't.
You do.
Not when you're getting fat.
I guess maybe credit Michael Finley for that Men's Health cover.
Hey, maybe.
But honestly, like, this is a fucking crazy picture.
Those are some thick wrists right there.
Hell yeah, dude was out there, no wrist tape, just body slamming.
Slamming, dude. He's got like a thermal under his jersey. That's about it.
Look at how you probably. Go ahead.
He played center. He played center and linebacker. That's a great combo.
Like basically, you were playing. It felt like playing high school football, like both ways, like just beat to shit. And then after the game, you were like the coolest. You were like the hottest thing in Philly. Like you just went out and I don't know.
Playing both ways in high school was amazing.
That was fun. Look at this though. This is Blanda, George Blanda.
The best picture with Blanda when it's used is when you see it on social media and it's like George Blanda, 39 years old, Tom Brady, 39 years old, and Blanda looks like this, and Tom Brady looks
a
little bit different.
How do you think Tom would have looked back then? You think he would have looked the same? Or would he have aged a little differently?
I think
it would look like that.
Yeah.
We're all a product of our time, you know?
Yeah.
I think Blanda might be big sexy now.
Yeah.
If he played till 49.
Speaking of big sexy.
Pause.
Yeah, this is the one, dude.
So, my main question about the C-Long...
That's not my truck.
Is, all right, I get that. And this picture then makes its way to rivals.com.
B-Rabbit.
I can tell you the whole story.
But the other picture where it's a close up of your face and you got somebody to be like 6 inches above you so you could look up.
A yard above me.
So you could look up at the camera?
I don't know what that was about.
You thought that would be more menacing?
No, I don't know what that was about. I'm going to tell you, Jeff Haas, who worked at Package Depot, who owned Package Depot, excuse me.
Pause.
It's a good friend.
Tell him pause on that name.
It was a package shop across from my high school, and I had to take a picture for Rivals, and I was like, well, I'm going to look as fucking jacked as possible. We're going to throw on an XL beater and I'm gonna put my knuckles behind my biceps. You know, that's a trick there. I was 255 in that picture, same weight as I am now. Look totally different.
But Jeff Haas is not 7'2".
He's 6'4". Maybe he was standing on a step. I don't remember.
Okay.
There's a lot of blows to the head that have happened between.
Were you sitting down at all? Because it looks like
maybe I was sitting on the bed of the truck. Maybe I was sitting on the bed of the truck.
Because of that, that could be the back window.
Hairline was fantastic.
Yeah.
But Slim, what if you win? Wouldn't it be weird? Why? So you guys can lie and sit me
here next to Britney Spears
and Christina Aguilera.
He dyed his hair too. He dyed his hair too in high school.
So is this
huge?
Oh yeah, he acted like he didn't remember that, hoping we didn't bring it up. He go, oh yeah.
Was that the same time?
Yeah, it was the same time. I only dyed my hair once.
Yeah, I guess that's right.
I wouldn't make a habit of dyeing my hair.
Mine looks sweet.
Yeah.
This picture, is this during the school week? Did you cut class?
I think it was the end
Saturday?
of the school year, maybe. I think it might have been the end of the school year.
Your mom. your mom dyed our hair.
Yeah, she did.
The one who died.
Yeah.
But why?
Because we were like, we're gonna do it.
Or when?
We're gonna do it. It was
Eminem era.
I don't remember. We were all. Yeah, it was New Year's Eve or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Shout out.
Yeah, it was a great decision.
It really was.
There's Nate.
2006.
Strong side defensive end. That looks like a guy who's gonna get drunk at the Fred on his official visit.
I got so drunk.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We made sure he was. We made sure he was good. Yeah. There he is.
That's a formal day.
Let it be
at my at my private high school, we had formal days about twice a month, and you had to wear a shirt and tie and blazer.
Let the record show 2-star player.
That's hate
in the NFL.
That's hate.
So they don't know what they're talking about.
2-star, and I ended up being the only one not redshirting my year.
Yeah.
In a class full of 5, not full, but we had a 5-star.
I want to point out
20th in Connecticut. Such a tiny state. You mean to tell me there were 19 people better than you? Where are they now? Not doing this.
Yeah, do you know if any of the 19 even?
I don't even know.
Made it close to the NFL?
He has them on like an Amon Ross St. Brown list.
Yeah.
Those lists are always so like I know it's easy for me because I was picked high, but I'm like, bro, like what are you just mad at everyone? People are wrong every year. Yeah. Like it wasn't like they were like, fuck this guy.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Wow, nice, Cowboy.
Pete Diagano.
No idea.
These are all going to be white guys, huh?
Dudley Laporte.
No idea.
Then we had Alex Joseph, went to Temple.
Alex Joe, that's my guy. I know Alex.
6'2", 205, outside linebacker.
Yeah.
Scott Lutris went to UConn.
Ken Kniff.
Then we had Angel Montanez. Angel Montanez. D tackle. 6 foot 285. Buffalo Bulls. Justin Jarvis, wide receiver, Boston College. Amari Spivey.
Oh.
Iowa. Recognize?
No, brother.
No.
Alex Joseph is a
How do you know?
Oh my God.
John Moffitt, Wisconsin.
So, O-lineman?
Yeah,
Did he play in the league?
Let's see.
Yes.
Jason Kelsey.
Jason Kelsey, the first image that pops up when you search John Moffitt football.
Yeah, he's 38.
So he was number 4 in the state, and then we had Jarvis Hicks, outside linebacker, went to Connecticut, UConn.
Demeek Scoffey, my man went to BC.
Shout out.
Yep. I went to the camp there, and I wanted to go to BC so bad, and they were just focused on Demeek and Sean Gottschalk, who ended up going to
Sean
UVA.
Gottschalk.
Yeah. I was pissed at that camp. Like I didn't. They be having a little extra one-on-one
Bruce
sessions.
Campbell. Why are you looking up Bruce Campbell?
Well, I was trying to see if he played.
He played in the league.
Yeah. It sounded familiar.
Bruce is probably one of the most.
Wait, Google image Bruce Campbell.
Man, he's the biggest dude that you've like. He looks like a frontline soldier.
6'6", 320.
Yeah, he's a big motherfucker, but he
played
wasn't even
Maryland.
the biggest Maryland guys. They had
Gaither.
Jared Gaither.
They
had like some of the most enormous tackles of all time.
Yep. That was their
6'9",
that was their
360.
thing. That was their thing. Like, hey, we're gonna have like at least 2 huge, like physically overpowering looking guys.
What'd you say? Looking, they were pretty.
whether they were or not.
Well, I was in a 4i across from those suckers, man. They were pretty.
They were.
I was like, come downhill, man. Like the backers were taking forever, dude.
Jared Gaither, 6'9", 350.
Phrygian had a type.
That's when Al Golden yelled at me. Al Golden, the D coordinator of the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll never forget it. And it's the only time I ever got flippant with my coaching staff. We got the ball run on us for like 350 yards against Maryland, and then I was like jogging, not full speed, to like a individual period the next week, and one of the coaches was like, "You better start fucking jogging long," and I was like, "I'll start jogging when you stop getting out coached," or something like that. And Golden heard me.
And what did he say?
And he was like, "What the fuck are we doing?" he was like, "You don't say that. You never fucking say that." Like I'll never forget like Golden's face, dude. It's the only time I've ever got yelled at by. Well, I got yelled at all the time by Al Golden, but not for something that was like embarrassing that. But that was after the Maryland game. There was a linebacker behind me, and it was like he had a fucking ham sandwich, and he was just gonna finish it when they ran ISO, and like, and I was just, anytime I was just sitting there fucking holding a double team, it felt like it was 5 minutes, dude. It's water under the bridge. I never think about it.
Maybe you were too hard on Mark.
No.
You got to go back.
No.
Time and a place,
It was a circumstance.
Yeah, exactly.
Maryland
Yeah.
was your Las Vegas Raiders.
Yep. Yep. All right. Well, that's the end of the show. Mercifully, I think we're done. But yeah, no. Come back and see us on Tuesday of next week. Take care.